Chapter 194. At this time, the system's voice sounded for the fourth time. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 400,000 evolution points. Ding! Evolution conditions have been met. Do you wish to begin evolution? No. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang could not help but laugh out loud. This intermediate blind box really gave him 1 million evolution points. This was simply a new record. Wang Mang had opened a blind box to obtain evolution points. Thinking about this, Wang Mang's mood was very good. Without hesitation, he said in his heart, "System, begin evolution." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Successfully deducted 5 million evolution points. Beginning evolution. Subsequently, Wang Mang once again lost consciousness in the midst of evolution. 2 hours later, after the evolution ended, Wang Mang woke up. First, Wang Mang naturally inspected his body first. It was not surprising. His pair of sharp horns had become a lot longer. It was now more than 8 meters long. With these horns, Wang Mang would not be able to find an opponent on land. Other than this, there were also changes in his body. Of course, the changes in his body were more straightforward with the data. When he thought of this, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." In the next moment, his personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host: Wang Mang. Type: Black Flame Bull Python. Status: Adult. Cultivation: 460 years. Body: 96 meters long, 3 meters wide, 95,000 kilograms. Weight: Battle Strength: 95,000 kilograms. Bite Force: 95 kilometers per hour. Skills: Death Coil, Corrosive Poison, Skin Camouflage, Steel Body, Super Healing, Water Breathing, Bloodthirsty Rage, 10,000 Beast Deterrence, Wishful Shrinking. Divine Ability: King's Slavery, Soul Control. Seal, Black Flame of Death, Broken Body. Rebirth Special: Storage Space, Information Detection, 10% Evolution Card X1, 20% Evolution Card X1, Free Chance to Upgrade Divine Ability X1, Designated Lottery Chance X2, Intermediate Blind Box X3, Random Lottery Chance X3, Iron Palm. Shopping Center, Open Luck, 50 Mediocre. Evolution Points, 120,000/5,000,000. After reading his personal information, Wang Mang couldn't help but nod in satisfaction. Now, he was only 1 evolution away from a body length of 100 meters. Just thinking about it made Wang Mang excited. Moreover, the evolution this time was different. Its body length had already reached 96 meters. His weight had already reached 95 tons. His body was also over 8 meters wide. Thinking up to this point, Wang Mang even had the urge to laugh out loud. After so many efforts, he was finally about to reach a length of 100 meters. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but be in high spirits. When he was 100 meters long, whether it was the recovery of Spirit Aura, the recovery of demons, or the end of the world, Wang Mang wasn't worried at all. After all, strength determined everything. When he was strong enough, even if the earth was about to explode, he would be able to escape in advance. Therefore, Wang Mang didn't know what the future would be like. However, as long as he worked hard to increase his strength, everything would be fine. In a happy mood, Wang Mang was even more motivated. He had decided. He wanted to reach a length of 100 meters in one breath. Moreover, he believed that he still had a lot of good things that he didn't use. It was enough to support his body to reach a length of 100 meters. Thinking up to this point, Wang Mang prepared to continue thinking about opening the blind box. However, at this moment, the system's voice sounded. Ding! Detected the host's current situation. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission 1. Ignore. Ignore the territory being plundered. Mission time can be obtained by choosing. Mission reward: 100,000 evolution points. Beginner Blind Box X1 Mission 2. Angrily attack. Take back the territory that has been seized. Mission time can be obtained by completing. Mission reward: 500,000 evolution points. Intermediate Blind Box X1 Mission 3. Kill the enemy. Take back the territory that has been seized. Mission time can be obtained by completing. Mission reward: 1 million evolution points. Random treasure chest X1. When he finished listening to the system's mission, Wang Mang was stunned for a long time and felt that it was inconceivable. Even in his dreams, he didn't think that how long had he been gone? Only a little more than a month? However, he had only left his territory for a month and it had already been seized by others? Thinking up to this point, Wang Mang felt extremely angry. He wanted to see who had the guts to do so. Thinking up to this point, Wang Mang, who was filled with anger, made his choice. He did not hesitate and said in his heart, "System, I choose the third mission." In the next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded again. Ding! The host has successfully chosen the mission. Please complete the mission as soon as possible to obtain the reward. Hearing this, Wang Mang did not say anything else and moved his huge body out of the cave. At this moment, the sky was still dark. Thus, Wang Mang also quickly rushed through the night. His speed could be said to be very fast. Of course, wherever Wang Mang went, a large forest was also knocked over by Wang Mang, crushing a large part of the forest. After all, Wang Mang was in a hurry and did not care about these things. In the blink of an eye, a day's time passed. In this day's time, Wang Mang finally entered the province. However, during the day, Wang Mang did not dare to be too reckless, because, during the day, there were too many armed helicopters. It could be said that there were more than before Wang Mang left. Therefore, Wang Mang did not travel fast during the day. When night fell, Wang Mang finally arrived at the vicinity of his territory. However, when Wang Mang entered the vicinity of his own territory, he caught a strong aura of a demon king in the air. It is indeed a demon king. As Wang Mang's heart sank, his cold snake eyes were filled with killing intent. However, at this moment, Wang Mang heard a cautious voice coming from the forest in the distance. "Your Majesty?" Hearing this, Wang Mang looked sideways. Then, Wang Mang saw the three subordinates of the water buffalo, tiger, and rhinoceros. After seeing the three subordinates, Wang Mang asked in a gloomy tone, "Which reckless fellow took over my territory?" After hearing Wang Mang's words, the three demon kings came forward with tears in their eyes. Then, they told Wang Mang, "Your Majesty, it's like this." After hearing the information from the three subordinates, only then did Wang Mang finally know who it was that had taken over his territory. It was a lion demon king from another province. After learning the information, Wang Mang immediately began to search his territory without hesitation. Moreover, Wang Mang relied on the demon king's aura to find this fellow in his own cave. When Wang Mang arrived at his own cave, several great demons rushed out of the cave, as well as a tall and sturdy male lion with golden fur all over his body. After seeing Wang Mang's huge body, the golden-haired lion could not spit out the harsh words it had prepared. At the same time, Wang Mang also used information detection. Then, the Demon King's information appeared before his eyes. Target: Golden-haired Lion King. Size: 30 meters tall, 45 meters long, 78 tons in weight. Cultivation experience: 3,500 years. Superpower: Lion Roar, Soul Absorption, Copper Skin, Iron Bones, Bloody Battle. Threat level: None. Chapter 195. After reading the Golden Fur Lion King's information, Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh in his heart. How dare this little Demon King try to take over his territory? He really didn't know what this Demon King was thinking? Did he want to die? He only had 3,500 years of cultivation, and he dared to occupy his territory? Damn it. He simply didn't know how many eyes the Horse King had. It had to be said. Wang Mang somewhat admired this guy's courage. His strength was not strong, but his courage was not small. His ability to court death was even greater. After all, the Golden Fur Lion King had such strength. If it was before, it was indeed unattainable for Wang Mang. But now, to Wang Mang, it was no different from delivering food to him. Wang Mang's cultivation had directly suppressed him by 1,000 years. In addition, Wang Mang himself could challenge those of a higher level, those demon kings who were hundreds of years stronger than him. Now he was dealing with a 3,500-year-old demon king. This was simply no different from beating his son. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood also relaxed. He thought it was a powerful demon king. In the end, just this? Just this? At this time, this Golden Fur Lion King obviously also felt Wang Mang's terrifying and tyrannical aura of a demon king. Even under Wang Mang's terrifying aura, this Golden Fur Lion King even had a kind of palpitating feeling. For a moment, the Golden Fur Lion King was so scared that he was trembling. He looked at Wang Mang in horror and begged in horror, "Your Majesty, this little demon doesn't know this is your territory. Your Majesty, please forgive this little demon's life. This little demon is willing to be at your beck and call." Hearing this, Wang Mang looked down at him condescendingly and said with a sinister smile, "It's okay, now you know." After speaking, Wang Mang opened his bloody mouth and fiercely bit the Golden Fur Lion King's broad back. This also made the Golden Fur Lion King start to struggle crazily and let out a painful scream. However, in the next moment, the golden-haired Lion King could not even scream. This was because Wang Mang opened his bloody mouth again and bit off the Golden Fur Lion King's head. The whole process only took a few minutes. It could be said that this battle was completely one-sided. This scene also stunned Golden Fur Lion King's subordinates on the spot. Never in their wildest dreams would they have thought that their king had just made her debut. In the end, it hadn't even been half an hour. That's it. Damn it. Even defecating wouldn't be so fast. At the same time, Wang Mang easily swallowed the Golden Fur Lion King into his stomach. The devouring process only took about 10 minutes. This was because the current Wang Mang was too big. Right now, he was almost 100 meters in size. At this moment, the system's voice sounded. Ding. Congratulations, host. Mission completed. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 3,000 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 1,000,000 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained gold treasure chest X1. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang secretly nodded in satisfaction. He felt that the taste of the dessert was not bad. Such an easy reward mission. If possible, please give him as many as you can. After regaining his senses, looking at the few big monsters kneeling on the ground and shivering, Wang Mang said indifferently, "From now on, you are all my subordinates. If you want to follow the rules, you can ask the 3 big monsters, Water Buffalo and the others." Hearing Wang Mang's words, the 4 shivering lion monsters finally heaved a sigh of relief. Then, they immediately kowtowed to Wang Mang, thanking Wang Mang for sparing their lives. Regarding this, Wang Mang was too lazy to care. He directly ordered Water Buffalo and the other 2 big monsters to arrange it. After that, Wang Mang impatiently entered the cave of his family's lair. But after entering the cave, Wang Mang was surprised to find that the cave had been expanded by several times. Moreover, the environment of the cave had been made much more imposing by the Golden Fur Lion King. This also made Wang Mang secretly nod in satisfaction. This was a Lion King that loved cleanliness. Before he died, he even made the cave so good for him. In a happy mood, Wang Mang prepared to continue evolving. After all, he originally wanted to sprint to 100 meters in size. But he was interrupted halfway. Now there was nothing to do. Of course, he had to start evolving to 100 meters as soon as possible. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood and said, "System, open the treasure chest for me first." The next moment, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced. "Ding. Congratulations, host. Successfully opened the gold treasure chest." "Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained Ting's son-in-law horse disguise manual 1. "Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 500,000 evolution points." "Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 500,000 evolution points." "Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 880,000 evolution points." "Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 1,000,000 evolution points." After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang could not help but laugh. This gold treasure chest was simply too awesome. It actually gave him almost 3,000,000 evolution points. In addition, he originally had more than 1,000,000 evolution points. Right now, he only needed 1,000,000 evolution points to evolve. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. This gold treasure chest was simply too profitable. It was clear that it knew that he needed evolution points. It directly gave him 3,000,000 evolution points. Now that he only needed 1,000,000 evolution points to evolve, wouldn't it be easy? Thinking of this, Wang Mang once again said in his heart, "System, give me a random lottery." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded again frowny-faced. "Ding. Congratulations, host. You have successfully used the lottery." Then, in Wang Mang's mind, the lucky compass once again appeared. However, when he saw the rewards on the lucky compass, Wang Mang once again could not help but laugh. It seemed that he really was destined to be the heavens. Now, there were actually 9 rewards, and all of them were good things. Furthermore, the 9 prizes were as follows: frowny-faced divine ability, burrow, special, wings on the back, divine ability, mysterious water domain, 5,000,000 evolution points, 10,000,000 evolution points, 2,000,000 evolution points. Choose any one. A special, righteous light. A note, luck plus 10. A special, righteous light. Note, illuminate all of the rewards. After looking at the 9 rewards, Wang Mang was very satisfied, because, even if his luck was bad, he could still obtain 2,000,000 evolution points. If his luck was good, maybe he could obtain a divine ability or something. Or, could it really give him a righteous light? It was completely possible. Thinking of this, Wang Mang began to look forward to it. At the same time, the lucky compass also began to rotate. 1 minute later, the lucky compass finally slowed down. Then, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced. "Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained positive." Chapter 196. When he heard the system's voice again, Wang Mang's heart was already in his throat, especially when he heard the word righteous. Wang Mang could not help but feel his blood boil. Could it really be the light of righteousness? Thinking of this, Wang Mang became even more excited. After all, if he could really obtain the light of righteousness, Wang Mang would wake up laughing even in his dreams. After all, his luck had never been too good. "Daddy System, if you really give me the light of righteousness, I'm willing to pay the price of half of my life." Just when Wang Mang was extremely nervous, the system's voice sounded, "Ding. Congratulations, host. You have obtained, ding. Congratulations, host. You have obtained the light of righteousness. Ding. Congratulations, host. The light of righteousness has successfully illuminated all the prizes. You have obtained all the prizes. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained divine ability, earth drilling. Note: after using it, the host can wantonly drill through the earth, coming and going freely. Ding. Congratulations, host. You have obtained the light of righteousness. Note: can permanently increase the host's luck by 10. Ding. Congratulations, host. You have obtained a pair of wings on your back. Attention! Can allow the host to obtain a pair of wings that can be retracted freely. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained divine ability, mysterious water domain. Note: after using it, enemies that are not stronger than the host will feel as if they are carrying a mountain, their movements will be stiff and slow. Ding. Congratulations, host. You have obtained 5 million evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. You have obtained 10 million evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. You have obtained 2 million evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. You have obtained any choice. Ding. Because the host has obtained all the prizes, any prize you choose will be changed to an advanced blind box as compensation. Ding. Congratulations, host. You have obtained an advanced blind box X1. Ding. Congratulations, host. Do you wish to begin evolution? When the system's voice ended, Wang Mang still did not come back to his senses. After a while, Wang Mang, who came back to his senses, was so excited that he cried. He did not think that he would really obtain the prizes. He really obtained the prizes. A total of 9 prizes had been opened. Obviously, this time, the goddess of providence favored him. Obviously, this time, he really got all the prizes. This was something that Wang Mang did not expect. Maybe this was something that many people did not expect. This was because Wang Mang had a bit of confidence in his own luck. He did not dare to have extravagant hopes that his luck would be good. After all, it could be said that it was half a year since he obtained the system. Even Wang Mang had never seen such a huge drop in prizes. However, today, he really obtained a lot. He really obtained a random prize. He obtained all of them. The light of righteousness. He really did not disappoint me. Ahaha! In an instant, Wang Mang was so excited that he cried and laughed. At this moment, joy and excitement were not enough to describe Wang Mang's current mood. This kind of feeling was as if he had flown up to the clouds. Damn! He obtained such an exaggerated amount in an instant. This kind of feeling was as if he had won $100 million lottery. To be honest, it was simply too satisfying. At this moment, after Wang Mang came back to his senses, he smiled from ear to ear and said, "No." He did not want to level up right now. He had to organize his rewards first. After all, he did not know if there was smoke rising from his ancestors' grave this time, for him to obtain so many good things. Although it was not enough to make him rich, it was definitely enough to increase his strength by a lot. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood was indescribably wonderful. System Daddy, you've finally taken care of me for once. While Wang Mang's heart was filled with emotions, he also said in his heart, System, open my personal information. Yes. Wang Mang wanted to see how many good things he had obtained. Damn it. This feeling of becoming stronger. This made Wang Mang so happy that he didn't want to. The next moment, while Wang Mang was in a good mood, personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, Black Flame Bull Python. Status, Adult. Cultivation experience, 460 years. Body shape, 96 meters long, 3 meters wide, weight 95,000 kilograms. Combat strength, 95,000 kilograms of bite force, 95 kilometers per hour. Skills: Death Coil, Corrosive Poison, Skin Camouflage, Steel Body, Super Healing, Water Breathing, Bloodthirsty Rage, 10,000 Beast Deterrence, Wishful Shrink. Divine Abilities: King's Slavery, Soul Controlling Seal, Black Flames of Death, Broken Body Rebirth, Mysterious Water Domain, Earth Drilling, Wings on Back. Special: Storage Space, Information Detection, 10% Evolution Card X1, 20% Evolution Card X1, Free Chance to Upgrade Divine Ability X1, Advanced Blind Box X1, Intermediate Blind Box X3, Designated Lottery Chance X2, Random Lottery Chance X2, Iron Palm. Shopping Center, Open Luck, 60 above average. Evolution points, 21 million/5 million. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang was so excited that he wanted to raise his head to the sky and laugh. Now, if he wanted to evolve, he could evolve at any time. Moreover, he could evolve twice at once. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood was indescribably good. However, the current Wang Mang was not in a hurry to evolve. He could not wait to try out his divine ability and the feeling of flying. One must know that he now had a pair of wings on his back. Moreover, this pair of wings was very awesome. It could be retracted and released at will. This was simply perfect. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood was simply too good. Thinking of this, Wang Mang looked outside the cave. Seeing that the sky was still dark, Wang Mang did not hesitate to drill out of the cave. At the entrance of the cave, under the puzzled gazes of the great demons, Wang Mang transformed into a huge body. At the same time, he silently said in his heart, "Wings on back." The next moment, on Wang Mang's huge body, a pair of huge wings abruptly expanded. In just a moment, Wang Mang's huge pitch-black wings suddenly expanded to a length of tens of meters. Moreover, Wang Mang's wings did not have feathers at all. Instead, they were a pair of domineering black wings. The appearance of the wings was pitch-black like ink. It made Wang Mang look like a demon from the abyss. Moreover, after Wang Mang extended the black wings, the length of the wings reached over 60 meters. In addition, Wang Mang's wings could also continuously expand along with his size. In other words, this pair of wings could also expand along with Wang Mang's strength. In the next moment, following Wang Mang's flapping of the huge wings, the surrounding forest seemed to have set off a huge storm. Soon after, Wang Mang's huge body was like a hidden dragon rising to the sky. Chapter 197. At this moment, in the pitch-black sky, Wang Mang's huge body stood proudly in the sky. He could even see the clouds floating around him. And as Wang Mang kept flapping his wings, his flying speed in the sky was also very fast. It was so fast that Wang Mang felt it was unbelievable. Damn it! So, this is the feeling of flying. At this moment, Wang Mang, who was flying around in the sky, couldn't help but sigh. He could see the birds flying past him. One could even see patches of dark clouds and biting cold winds blowing past. It was worth mentioning that the wind was really strong in the night sky. Similarly, it also made Wang Mang very happy, because this was the first time he experienced the feeling of flying in the sky. Not only that, Wang Mang also tested it. His flying speed was also very fast. Anyway, the speed of flying in the sky was completely faster than on land, even in the water. Of course, Wang Mang was still not familiar with flying. It took him a long time to barely be able to fly freely. All this was thanks to this pair of wings. It was almost the same as using his hands. Alright, Wang Mang didn't have hands now, but it felt like a part of his body. He could control it as if it was his arm. Therefore, for a moment, Wang Mang could be said to be flying around in the sky around the mountain range, near the reservoir. After a long time of surfing the waves, after the excitement, Wang Mang slowly began to land on the ground. Fortunately, Wang Mang was finally skilled in using the wings. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't know how to land. After landing on the ground, with a single thought, Wang Mang's enormous wings returned to his enormous body. At this point, Wang Mang successfully put away his wings. He was still in a very good mood. Not bad, not bad. I can also fly now. Ahaha. Now let's try drilling into the ground. Thinking of this, Wang Mang quickly performed his supernatural power. Then, his huge body and huge snake head crashed into the ground. Rumble! The ground instantly cracked and exploded. Then, Wang Mang's huge body went in completely. Not only that, Wang Mang was surprised to find that it was very easy for him to drill into the ground. There was no resistance at all. This hard ground was actually as soft as tofu. Therefore, Wang Mang's speed on the ground was not slow at all. However, the speed of burrowing was not as fast as flying in the sky, nor was it as fast as swimming in the sea. In fact, he could barely keep up with his speed on the ground. If he wanted to speed up, he wouldn't be able to. Of course, this speed was not considered slow. At least from Wang Mang's point of view, his speed on the ground was already pretty good. After all, the ground itself had resistance, and sometimes they would encounter all kinds of strange things. For example, hard stones, tree branches, and so on. All in all, there was really everything in the field. Even Wang Mang had seen gold before, but not in large quantities. Of course, Wang Mang was not sure how deep he had drilled, but Wang Mang estimated that it was at least 1,000 meters deep. However, after Wang Mang drilled for 1,000 meters, he found that the deeper he drilled into the ground, the hotter it was, the stronger the pressure, and the slower his speed. Therefore, after Wang Mang drilled for a long time, Wang Mang returned to the ground. At the same time, Wang Mang also summed up the feeling of drilling. It felt like a mouse drilling a hole. However, this supernatural power was really awesome, especially when it was used to run. Could the opponent chase him to the ground? That was obviously impossible. Furthermore, it would not be an exaggeration to say that Wang Mang's current strength had increased explosively. He could fly in the sky, burrow into the ground, and even go into the sea. Oh my God! Looking at it this way, Wang Mang's strength was really not weak. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood was even better. He looked around and did not know how far away he was from his nest, because when he was underground earlier, Wang Mang had been wandering around aimlessly in the ground. Who knew where he was now? At this moment, Wang Mang suddenly saw a miserable scream coming from afar. Not only that, Wang Mang also felt several powerful Demon King's auras in the distance. Wang Mang couldn't help but feel a little puzzled. Then, Wang Mang quickly moved his huge body and rushed towards the source of the Demon King's auras in the distance. 10 minutes later, Wang Mang crossed a mountain forest. In a forest, he saw a scene that left him dumbfounded. He saw more than 10 Demon Kings crazily biting the Black Bear Demon King. That's right. It was the Black Bear Demon King. Moreover, this guy's appearance was simply terrible. That was because there were too many Demon Kings besieging him. Wang Mang was familiar with a few of them. They were Giant Elephant King, Tiger Demon King, Green Bull Demon King, Wild Boar Demon King. There were also 7 or 8 Demon Kings that he did not recognize. For example, Rhinoceros King, Hippopotamus King, Goat King, and so on. In short, these Demon Kings that he had never seen before were all animals that people had seen before. Moreover, they were not weak, although they were a little weaker than the Black Bear Demon King. However, their auras were still extremely powerful. Of course, compared to Wang Mang, they were naturally much weaker. However, the Black Bear Demon King was really miserable. One of his bare arms was broken. Not only that, facing the siege of a group of Demon Kings, he was even more battered and exhausted. Blood splattered all over the ground, and he looked miserable. At this moment, he saw a group of Demon Kings preparing to besiege him again. The Black Bear Demon King was so scared that he hurriedly cried and screamed, "Big brothers! I was wrong, I really know that I was wrong. I'll immediately hand over the Ginseng King. Everyone, stop fighting. I'll give it to you, okay?" Boo-hoo! Seeing this scene, Wang Mang was speechless. How could he not know that the Black Bear Demon King was a demon? He reckoned that he had stolen other people's treasures from somewhere. That was why he was besieged by so many Demon Kings. At this moment, in Wang Mang's mind, the system's voice suddenly sounded frowny-faced ding. Detected the host's current situation. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission number 1. Leave the Black Bear Demon King in the lurch and ignore his life and death. Mission time. Available upon selection. Mission reward. 100,000 evolution points. Bronze Treasure Chest X1. Mission number 2. Rescue. Repel a group of Demon Kings. Obtain Ginseng King. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward. 500,000 evolution points. Silver Treasure Chest X1. Mission number 3. Rescue. Kill all the Demon Kings. Obtain Ginseng King. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward. 1 million evolution points. Gold Treasure Chest X1. Chapter 198. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang almost couldn't help but laugh out loud. He realized that every time he met the Black Bear Demon King, this guy would definitely be unlucky. Look, before he left, he had already received a wave of benefits. In the end, he was now receiving another wave of benefits. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but want to laugh, especially when he saw the Black Bear Demon King's miserable appearance. However, it was worth mentioning that the Black Bear Demon King's aura had really become much stronger. After Wang Mang quietly used information detection, he realized that this guy's cultivation had actually broken through 4,000 years. Not only that, it had even reached 4,200 years. How many Demon King's treasures had this guy stolen? Otherwise, it would definitely be impossible for him to improve to such a level. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but nod in his heart. This guy's hard work and diligence were simply on par with his. At the same time, Wang Mang had already made a decision in his heart. Then, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, I choose Mission 3. In the next moment, the system cabinet's voice sounded again. Ding! The host has successfully chosen the mission. Please complete the mission as soon as possible to obtain the reward." Hearing this, Wang Mang was even more in a good mood. When he was in a good mood, there would be many happy events. These Demon Kings. To be honest, Wang Mang didn't take them seriously at all. With his current strength, he could simply beat these Demon Kings. Therefore, Wang Mang swayed his huge body and shouted in a very pretentious manner, "All of you, stop!" This thunderous roar was so loud that it shook the ground. All the demon monarchs present jumped in fright, including the Black Bear Demon King, who was kneeling on the ground and begging for mercy. For a moment, all the Demon Kings present looked sideways at Wang Mang. When they saw Wang Mang's huge body, everyone present felt their hearts sink. Especially the terrifying monstrous aura emitted from Wang Mang's body, it made the hearts of the monstrous kings sink. Because Wang Mang's aura was too powerful, he was even stronger than all the Demon Kings present. At the same time, the Giant Elephant King and the Tiger Demon King recognized Wang Mang and exclaimed, "It's you!" In addition, the Black Bear Demon King also saw Wang Mang. When he saw Wang Mang, the Black Bear Demon King immediately wept tears of joy and shouted at the top of his lungs, "Brother Anaconda, please save me! In order to steal the heavenly treasure for you, I ended up like this. You can't just ignore me!" Hearing Black Bear Demon King's words, the Demon Kings present were both shocked and furious. Giant Elephant King, Tiger Demon Monarch, and the other demon monarchs who were familiar with Wang Mang were even more convinced. This was because Wang Mang had once teamed up with the Black Bear Demon King. Because of that, the Monster Kings all looked at Wang Mang with unfriendly gazes. At this time, the Giant Elephant King was the first to bear the brunt. "Giant Python King, are you sure you want to be a busybody? Or are you the one who secretly ordered the Black Bear Demon King to steal our heavenly treasure?" Hearing this, the Monster Kings looked at Wang Mang with even more hostility. Obviously, the Giant Elephant King's words angered all the Monster Kings present. After all, many of them had been stolen by the Black Bear Demon King. It could be said that, during this period of time, the Black Bear Demon King had been stealing from wherever he went. Otherwise, he wouldn't have angered so many Monster Kings. At the same time, Wang Mang gritted his teeth in anger at the Black Bear Demon King's slander. "I'm here to save you. Damn it, you're still slandering me. Thinking of this, Wang Mang felt very unhappy. However, when he thought about how he still had to snatch the Black Bear Demon King later, Wang Mang didn't care anymore. As for the attitude of the Giant Elephant King and the other Monster Kings, it made Wang Mang even more unhappy. F***ck. I'm a very powerful Monster King now after all. They're no longer begging for mercy in front of me, and they even dare to show killing intent towards me? For a moment, Wang Mang snorted coldly and said, "How dare you not kneel and surrender when you see me, the Monster King? Do you really want Ben Wang to kill you?" Obviously, his strength had soared. Wang Mang was also arrogant. Now, he felt that calling himself a Monster King was not domineering enough. He also began to call himself a Monster King. However, this title was a level higher than others. This feeling was still very good. Just as Wang Mang was feeling smug, the Monster Kings present all laughed angrily. "Do you think you're a Monster King with more than 6,000 years of cultivation? Haha. You're only 4,000 years of cultivation. How dare you call yourself a Monster King? You're simply courting death. All of us Monster Kings are here, you're courting death." I'm dying of laughter. I'm afraid your strength has increased a little, and you think you can stand shoulder to shoulder with a Monster King? A Monster King can fly and burrow into the ground. Do you have this ability? Are you trying to make me laugh my head off? At the same time, after hearing the mockery of the Monster Kings, the Black Bear Monster King couldn't help but laugh in his heart. He wanted these guys to anger Wang Mang. If they didn't anger Wang Mang, how could he escape? Moreover, what made the Black Bear Monster King speechless was that his brother Anaconda was really arrogant. He was even more shameless than him. He had less than 6,000 years of cultivation, and he dared to call himself a Monster King. Damn it, it seemed that he had to learn from his brother Anaconda. At the same time, after hearing the words of the Monster Kings, Wang Mang finally understood the standard of a demon emperor. It turned out that one had to reach 6,000 years of cultivation to be qualified to be called a Monster King. When he thought of this, Wang Mang immediately flew into a rage out of humiliation. Ben Huang's cultivation is not enough, but his strength is still enough. I'll let you see my strength. As he spoke, Wang Mang brazenly attacked. His huge body charged towards these fellows without saying a word. After seeing Wang Mang rush over, these guys were all shocked. Then, the Monster Kings present all sneered and rushed towards Wang Mang. So what if he was a Monster King with more than 4,000 years of cultivation? He would still die under the siege of more than 10 Monster Kings. However, just as they rushed towards Wang Mang and were about to tear Wang Mang apart and eat him, they saw that Wang Mang opened his bloody mouth and spat out a mouthful of black flames towards them. The Giant Elephant King, who bore the brunt of the attack, couldn't even dodge in time and was enveloped by the terrifying black flames. In the next moment, the Giant Elephant King let out a miserable scream and his huge body rolled wildly on the ground. Similarly, there were a few other Monster Kings, namely the Rhinoceros Monster King and the Green Bull Monster King, who couldn't dodge in time and were enveloped by the terrifying black flames. In an instant, screams sounded everywhere. They were rolling and struggling on the ground in pain. However, the black flames seemed to be difficult to extinguish. They ignited upon contact and couldn't be extinguished. All the Monster Kings were dumbfounded by this scene. In an instant, the Monster Kings stopped in their tracks. They were at a loss as to what to do with their 3 miserable companions. "Fellow Taoist, don't worry. I'll help you." At this moment, the Monster King Hippo among the Monster Kings spoke. Then, he opened his bloody mouth. A terrifying stream of water shot out. The water poured on the Giant Elephant King and the other 2 Monster Kings. However, in the next moment, an even more shocking scene happened. The water was actually useless. It still couldn't extinguish the black flames. In fact, it didn't affect the burning of the black flames at all. Chapter 199. At the same time, just as the demon kings were still in shock, Wang Mang moved again. He plunged into the ground. His huge body sank into the ground rapidly, accompanied by a deafening sound. Wang Mang's huge body disappeared in front of all the demon kings. All that was left was a huge crater that had been blasted open. Upon seeing this scene, all the demon kings were dumbfounded again. How could this be possible? Flying in the sky and burrowing into the ground? This was the means of a demon emperor. But just as they were feeling extremely shocked, suddenly, crash, an earth-shattering sound exploded behind them. Afterward, the group of demon kings quickly came to their senses. Just as they turned back to look, they saw black flames rushing towards them. After seeing the terrifying black flames, all the demon monarchs were horrified, because they had already seen how terrifying the black flames were earlier. As such, faced with the oncoming black flames that they could no longer avoid, all the demon kings could not help but widen their eyes and roar in horror. No, no. I don't want to die. Everyone be careful. It was a pity that it was already too late when they wanted to avoid it. In the next moment, all the demon kings present were stained by the black flames. The raging black flames enveloped all the demon kings present. Accompanied by shrill screams, they could be heard continuously. Save me! Quickly save me! No! I won't die! Let me go, I'm willing to bow down and submit. It was a pity, no matter how much they screamed. At this moment, Wang Mang, who had emerged from the ground, was not moved at all. After seeing the miserable state of the demon kings, Wang Mang felt even more smug. Damn it! How dare a bunch of scumbags like you slap my face? This was the consequence of angering me. In high spirits, Wang Mang was in a very good mood. This kind of demon king whose strength was not as high as his. To Wang Mang, it was as easy as cutting melons and vegetables. Then, Wang Mang moved his huge body and came to the side of the Black Bear Demon King. He smiled sinisterly. Brother Black Bear, hand over the heaven and earth treasure. Don't force me to be rough. I still have a lot of powerful divine abilities, but I don't have a target to use them on. At this moment, after hearing Wang Mang's words, the Black Bear Demon King trembled subconsciously. He turned to look at the demon kings who were struggling and screaming in pain in the flames. The Black Bear Demon King could not help but tremble in fear. He hurriedly took out the wooden box from his mouth, and said with a fawning smile, Brother, what is this for you? I was originally prepared to give this treasure to you, little brother. This is a heavenly treasure that I've specially prepared for Brother Giant Python. As he spoke, Wang Mang could hear the despair and pain in this guy's tone. This was obviously extremely painful for the Black Bear Demon King. After all, he had worked for nothing, and the benefits had been given away. When he thought of his miserable situation, the Black Bear Demon King felt extremely sad. Originally, he wanted to take the opportunity to escape while Wang Mang was being beaten up by a group of demon kings. However, the Black Bear Demon King never expected that Wang Mang's strength had increased so much. This was even more terrifying than him taking drugs crazily. If Wang Mang was not so strong, he would not be so obedient. Thinking of this, the Black Bear Demon King roared in pain in his heart. The heavens were unfair. Why couldn't the old bear catch up to him even though he worked so hard? Oh my God! Could it be that this python is really your illegitimate son? Of course, Wang Mang did not know the grief and anger in the Black Bear Demon King's heart. He was quietly waiting for the death of these demon kings. Because these demon kings had huge bodies, therefore they could resist for a while, until half an hour later. Only then did these demon kings turn into ashes. Only a demonic burning black flame was left on the ground. Seeing this, Wang Mang opened his bloody mouth and swallowed the flames into his stomach. If he did not swallow these black flames, then they would not be extinguished. Moreover, it was very likely that they would turn into a raging fire and burn the mountain. Therefore, Wang Mang naturally had to take back the flames. At the same time, as the demon kings died tragically under Wang Mang's black flames, the system's voice also sounded frowny-faced. Ding. Congratulations to the host. Obtained 1 million evolution points. Ding. Congratulations to the host. Obtained a gold treasure chest X1. Ding. To meet the evolution conditions, do you want to start the evolution? No. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang secretly nodded in satisfaction. His prizes were now beginning to pile up. After he digested these prizes, his strength would skyrocket again. Thinking of this, Wang Mang became even more high-spirited. F***ck, I don't care if it's the recovery of spirit aura, the recovery of demons, or the end of the world. As long as I have enough strength, I can sit on the fishing platform. At this moment, the Black Bear Demon King's careful voice sounded beside Wang Mang. Brother Anaconda, can I leave now? Wang Mang turned to look at the Black Bear Demon King. Seeing the other party looking at him pitifully, Wang Mang was very proud. This was strength. This was not. After becoming stronger, this shameless Black Bear Demon King also had to look at his face. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but scold in high spirits. Impudent! Who are you calling brother? Call me Demon King. Remember next time. Otherwise, don't blame Ben Wang for beating you. Enough. There's nothing else for you, get lost. After hearing Wang Mang's words, the Black Bear Demon King was stunned. He did not expect that Wang Mang would treat him like this. This was the so-called brother? Damn it. Now that he was strong, he looked down on him? Now that he was strong, he turned his back on him? How could there be such a shameless person in the world? Was a brother meant to be humiliated and bullied? Thinking of this, the Black Bear Demon King was full of anger, but he did not dare to say anything. Then, the Black Bear Demon King suppressed the anger in his heart and said with a fawning smile, Okay. Thank you for sparing my life, Demon King. I'll get lost now. After saying that, the Black Bear Demon King suppressed his grief and anger and quickly left. At the same time, the Black Bear Demon King was also full of grief and indignation. He felt that he had been humiliated by Wang Mang. Therefore, after fleeing for a long time, after making sure that Wang Mang could not catch up with him, the Black Bear Demon King still felt angry and was trembling all over. He gritted his teeth and roared furiously in the direction of the forest where Wang Mang was. You be asterisk, tch, you dog. Just you wait. Today you bullied me, I'll pay you back in the future. Son of a b asterisk, tch, you dog, how dare you steal my things, you'll die a horrible death. I'll f asterisk king tell you. 30 years of fortune. 30 years of fortune. Don't bully a young bear. Chapter 200. After venting his anger with a roar, the Black Bear Demon King felt a little better. However, he was worried that Wang Mang would catch up to him. Therefore, he naturally began to run without stopping. He had already decided, before he was strong enough, he would definitely not come back. Moreover, the Black Bear Demon King swore in his heart with tears in his eyes. The next time he came back, he would definitely repay Wang Mang's kindness. The next time he came back, he would definitely beat the shit out of this damned guy. After swearing in tears, the Black Bear Demon King fled quickly. At the same time, Wang Mang, who was originally in a good mood, after hearing the Black Bear Demon King's roar, Wang Mang felt even more speechless. However, after thinking about it, Wang Mang didn't care anymore. His strength was so strong, why would he be afraid of the Black Bear Demon King surpassing him? 30 years in the east, 30 years in the west? Unless the Black Bear Demon King was cheating. Or else, not to mention 30 years. Even if he was given 300 years, he wouldn't be able to catch up to Wang Mang's speed of development. This was also the reason why Wang Mang didn't care about the Black Bear Demon King's ruthless words at all. In addition, Wang Mang, who had gained a lot, also began to return home. A few hours later, after the sky brightened, Wang Mang had already returned to his own territory. After returning to his territory, Wang Mang immediately rushed back to the lair cave, because Wang Mang couldn't wait to evolve. This evolution, his volume would reach 100 meters, even, as long as he wanted to. His volume would reach an even more terrifying level. After returning to the cave, Wang Mang was in a good mood and said, "System, start evolving. This time, my volume will definitely reach 100 meters. At this point, I'm afraid that I won't be far from truly dominating the land, right?" Just as Wang Mang was in high spirits and fantasizing about the future, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced. Ding. Successfully deducted 5 million evolution points. Beginning evolution. Then, Wang Mang completely lost consciousness during the evolution. 2 hours later, Wang Mang had just woken up from his evolution. He immediately observed the changes in his body. After all, it was different this time. This was when his body had reached 100 meters. After careful observation, Wang Mang discovered that his body length should be about 100 meters. In addition, his 2 sharp horns had grown again. Yes, his horns were definitely more than 8 meters long. Other than that, Wang Mang was too lazy to observe any other changes. Because he had observed it himself, there was naturally no data that could be more direct. With that thought, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, open your personal information." The next moment, his personal information appeared before his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, Black Flame Bull Python. Status, Adult Cultivation Experience, 4,700 years. Size, 100 meters long, 3 meters wide, 130,000 kilograms in weight. Combat strength, 130,000 kilograms. Speed, 96 kilometers per hour. Skills: Death Coil, Corrosive Poison, Skin Camouflage, Steel Body, Super Healing, Water Breathing, Bloodthirsty Rage, 10,000 Beast Deterrence, Wishful Shrink. Divine Abilities: King's Slavery, Soul Controlling Seal, Black Flames of Death, Broken Body Rebirth, Mysterious Water Domain, Earth Drilling, Wings on Back. Special: Storage Space, Information Scan, 10% Evolution Card X1, 20% Evolution Card X1, Free Chance to Upgrade Divine Abilities X1, Advanced Blind Box X1, Intermediate Blind Box X3, Designated Lottery Chance X2, Random Lottery Chance X2, Golden Treasure Chest X1, Iron Palm. Merchant Shop, Open Luck, 60 above average. Evolution Points, 18 million/10 million. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang secretly nodded his head in satisfaction. His body had really increased to over 100 meters. Not only that, his weight had directly increased by 30 tons. His bite strength was also the same. However, what made Wang Mang surprised was that his body did not increase in width during his evolution. This was a bit outside of Wang Mang's expectations. Could it be that he was too fat? However, after thinking about it, Wang Mang also felt that it was a bit. After all, his body length was only 100 meters, but he was already 8 meters wide. In addition, his weight unit was not heavy enough. When he thought of the Sea Dragon King's body size of thousands of tons, he was somewhat speechless. Right now, Wang Mang felt that he only needed to increase the weight and length of his body. Perhaps he needed to be a bit thinner? Would he be able to fly faster in the sky? Would he be able to run faster on the ground? Thinking of this, Wang Mang immediately discovered the problem. Could it be that he was a bit bloated so he couldn't run fast? Moreover, his speed had increased a little this time. This made Wang Mang feel that it was very likely that he couldn't run fast because of his bloated body. Thinking of this, Wang Mang also secretly nodded his head in satisfaction. It seemed that the system had made some adjustments during this evolution. Other than that, his evolution points reserve was also very rich. Now, his evolution points were completely enough for him to evolve again. However, Wang Mang didn't think about it for the time being and continued to immerse himself in evolution. Because his body was already so big, it was definitely enough for him to use on land. Moreover, Wang Mang's strength really didn't rely on his body to crush his enemies. His current strength was already leaning towards supernatural powers, skills, and comprehensive strength. One had to know that he already had a lot of supernatural powers. Just the skills alone, there were 9 kinds. There seemed to be 6 kinds of supernatural powers. At this moment, Wang Mang only wanted to say one sentence. He was already strong enough to wait for the disaster to come. But at this moment, the water buffalo's voice suddenly came from outside the cave, reporting to the king. The king's king requests an audience. After hearing this voice, Wang Mang was stunned at first. Then, Wang Mang immediately reacted. The water buffalo great demon should be referring to his father. Thinking of this, Wang Mang quickly said, "Okay. This king will come out right away." As soon as his voice fell, Wang Mang turned into an 8-meter-long small python and unhurriedly drilled out of the cave. Then, Wang Mang saw that his father had actually led a young fatty to wait for a long time. However, what made Wang Mang somewhat puzzled was, who was this fatty? He didn't know him either? Moreover, Wang Mang believed that his father wouldn't bring a stranger to see him for no reason. Thinking of this, Wang Mang moved his body and came in front of his father. He was about to speak. But at this moment, this fat youth knelt on the ground with a respectful face and said to Wang Mang, "Greetings to the Demon Emperor." After hearing this, Wang Mang couldn't help but be stunned for a while. Damn it, he had just used this nickname today. How did this little fatty know that he was the Demon Emperor? Oh, that's not right. This little fatty, how did he know that his nickname was the Demon Emperor? Thinking of this, Wang Mang nodded indifferently. Then, he looked at his father in confusion. At this moment, his father looked around nervously and then whispered, "Son, tell your subordinates to leave." Hearing this, Wang Mang immediately realized that something was wrong. Because Wang Mang ordered the water buffalo demon king outside the cave. "You all can leave." Following Wang Mang's order, the water buffalo demon king left. Then, Wang Mang said to his father, "Father, let's go in and talk." Hearing this, old man Wang didn't refuse and followed Wang Mang into the cave. Naturally, the fat youth followed behind him. After entering the cave, Wang Mang looked at his crazy father and couldn't help but speechlessly say, "Father, what's the matter? Why are you being so mysterious?" At this moment, old man Wang nodded at the little fatty. Seeing this, the little fatty hurriedly nodded. At this moment, he looked at Wang Mang with a face full of apprehension. Then, he carefully and nervously said, "Lord Demon Emperor, you don't know. In the near future, you will dominate a region and be incomparably awe-inspiring. But, Lord Demon Emperor, you still can't escape death in the end." Chapter 201. Wang Mang was stunned at first, then he couldn't help but laugh in anger. Damn it, he said that he was going to die. This guy's head was a bit hard. Who did this guy think he was? Could he predict the future? Wang Mang, who was very unhappy in his heart. If it wasn't for the fact that this guy was brought here by his father, he reckoned that he would kill this little fatty right now. But when he saw his father at the side, Wang Mang held back his anger and said coldly, "Little fatty, you can eat whatever you want, but you can't say whatever you want. I think you, this fatty, are going to have a disaster today." After hearing Wang Mang's words, this little fatty was so scared that he trembled. His fat face was full of grievance. He said aggrievedly, "I knew that you wouldn't believe me, Lord Demon Emperor. But what I said is all true. Lord Demon Emperor, you will really die. Hearing this fatty cursing him 3 or 4 times. No matter how good Wang Mang's temper was, he couldn't take it anymore. His deep and cold snake eyes gradually revealed killing intent. This terrifying aura immediately scared the little fatty, and he hurriedly hid behind Old Man Wang. At this time, Old Man Wang immediately glared at Wang Mang and scolded, "Listen to him." Hearing this, Wang Mang shrugged helplessly and said coldly, "Speak. What evidence do you have to prove that what you said is true? Also, why did you say that Ben Wang will die in the future?" After hearing Wang Mang's words, the little fatty said bitterly, "Lord Demon Emperor, I'm afraid you won't believe me. Lord Demon Emperor, do you believe in the existence of rebirth?" Hearing this, Wang Mang fell into silence. Rebirth, wasn't he? However, a reincarnator like Wang Mang was different. Others were reborn into the past and transmigrated to another world. But Wang Mang was directly reborn into a python. Therefore, rebirth. Wang Mang would definitely believe it, because he was also a reincarnated person. Of course, Wang Mang was curious. Could it be that this little fatty was also a reincarnator? Furthermore, this little fatty was so sure that he would die in the future? Could it be that this kid was really reborn from the future? Thinking of this, Wang Mang slowly turned to look at his father. Seeing his son's gaze, Wang Mang's father nodded slowly, "Son, this little fatty is telling the truth. About a month ago, this little fatty came looking for me. He said that in the near future you will cause havoc in tiny country. I didn't believe it at first, until I saw it on the TV news not long after. It was the news of you causing havoc in tiny country." After hearing his father's words, even Wang Mang couldn't help but be shocked. Could it be that this kid was really a reincarnator? Thinking of this, Wang Mang nodded indifferently. "All right. Tell me, how long have you been reborn from? What kind of life did you have before you were reborn? What kind of cataclysm did the earth face?" Hearing this, the little fatty said helplessly, "Before I was reborn, the earth was full of demons and devils, anything could happen. Moreover, because I was very weak, I didn't get much information. I am from this province, and I have never left this province before I died. After the cataclysm struck the entire earth, all kinds of refugee cities were established. The largest refugee city in this province is one of the 9 refugee cities that your father, the Demon King, relied on to build. Because the refugee city in this province relied on your strength, the Demon King, to finally rise and flourish in the apocalypse. In addition to the 9 refugee cities, there are countless small and medium-sized refugee areas with their own camps and territories. Speaking of this, the little fatty's voice trembled with fear. Before I was reborn, when the cataclysm struck, I was still playing King of Glory in the school dormitory. Later, in the entire human world, there were people who began to cough inexplicably and crazily. The number grew more and more, almost occupying half of the world. Later, these people all turned into zombies, and the entire world was in chaos. I hid here and there in the city and survived for half a year. Under your rule, the province finally became one of the 9 refugee cities of the Red Empire. Seeing that the little fatty was speaking so seriously, for a moment, Wang Mang was a little skeptical. Could it be that this kid was telling the truth? Thinking of this, Wang Mang slowly asked again, "Then tell me, how did I die in the end?" Hearing this, even Old Man Wang couldn't help but listen carefully. Facing Wang Mang's inquiry, the little fatty carefully said, "Demon King, in the end, you died in the hands of a powerhouse on the global powerhouse list." Hearing this, Wang Mang suddenly said in a stunned tone, "What? The global powerhouse list?" The little fatty hurriedly nodded and said, "Yes, Demon King. The powerhouse who killed you was the strongest powerhouse in the human era. I heard that his surname was Liu. But more than that, I really don't know. At that time, I was just a small character in the refugee city of Demon King. After hearing this kid's words, Wang Mang nodded again and said, "Then you were reborn. Why didn't you think of a way to seize the opportunity? Instead, you told Ben Wang about it? How do you explain this?" Hearing Wang Mang's question, the little fatty said bitterly, "I also want to rise. But my strength doesn't allow it. I'm just an ordinary person, without power or influence. Even if I have the innate advantage of being reborn, I can't seize the big opportunity. I can seize the small opportunity, but I can only stare at the big opportunity. Because in the future, the human race will be the weakest force, and the demon race will be the well-deserved overlord. Otherwise, I would have developed on my own long ago." Speaking of this, the little fatty said helplessly, "The world is so realistic. No matter where, at any time, strength is respected. So, I can only find a powerful side with potential to rely on. In addition, I have never left this province before my rebirth, and I am very familiar with your refugee city. Thus, Lord Demon Emperor naturally became the target of my allegiance." After listening to this kid's story, Wang Mang thought for a long time. He realized that there was nothing wrong with this little fatty's words. However, Wang Mang was still not sure if this kid was really a reborn person, because this news was too important. If this kid was really a reborn person, and if he really relied on him, then he would be able to control the general trend. For a moment, his father and little fatty were also waiting for Wang Mang to make a decision. Just as Wang Mang was hesitating, the system's voice sounded in his mind. Frowny-face Ding detected the host's current situation. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission 1. Reject the reincarnated little fatty's request to join. Reject directly. Mission time. Choose to obtain it. Mission reward. 100,000 evolution points. Basic blind box X1. Mission 2. Accept the reincarnated little fatty's request to join. Reluctantly accept. Mission time. Choose to obtain it. Mission reward. 500,000 evolution points. Intermediate blind box X1. Mission 2. Accept the reincarnated little fatty's request to join. Win his heart. Mission time. Choose to obtain it. Mission reward. 1,000,000 evolution points. Luck plus 6. Chapter 202. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang was stunned for a while. At the same time, he also felt incredible. Didn't this mean that this little fatty was really a reborn person? Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but feel a little scared. Damn, did this little guy really come from the future? And then he was reborn? Thinking of this, Wang Mang immediately felt a chill down his spine. Because the system had already confirmed that this little fatty was a reborn person. This meant that this little fatty didn't lie to him. Didn't that mean? Was this little fatty telling the truth? Would he really die in the future? But thinking of this, Wang Mang felt that it wasn't possible. He was so powerful that he could run away if he couldn't win. Then who could kill him? Moreover, he was now supported by the system. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was even more confused. Although Wang Mang didn't think that he was the chosen one. But he wasn't bad either. Who could kill him? Someone with the surname Liu? Who could it be? Thinking of this, Wang Mang was filled with killing intent. Damn it. Someone could actually kill him. Then, could he also kill this guy in advance? After all, the current human strength wasn't a big threat to Wang Mang. Except for terrifying firepower, Wang Mang was almost not afraid of any threat. Thinking of this, Wang Mang had already made a decision. It seemed that he had to take in this little fatty. Thinking of this, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, I choose task 3. The next moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding. The host has successfully chosen the task. Please complete the task as soon as possible to get the reward. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang knew that he had to win this guy over. Thinking of this, under the little fatty's nervous gaze, Wang Mang nodded slowly and said, "Okay, little fatty, you're very smart. Is there anything you want? I'll ask my dad to help you?" After hearing Wang Mang's words, the little fatty was overjoyed. He knew that Wang Mang had chosen to believe him and accept his allegiance. Thinking up to this point, little fatty said embarrassedly, "Thank you, Lord Demon Emperor. I don't have anything I want. I just want some money to enjoy myself before the cataclysm." Hearing that, Wang Mang was speechless. Was that all he had? However, it was easier for Wang Mang to grasp a person's desires. Hence, Wang Mang smiled and nodded. "All right. My father will satisfy you." After he finished speaking, Wang Mang nodded at his father. Old man Wang naturally understood his son's choice. Actually, he was more inclined to believe the little fatty's words. This was because old man Wang had a deep understanding of Fatty's ability to understand the general trend. "Little fatty, is there anything you need my son to pay attention to?" At this time, old man Wang seemed to have thought of something and suddenly asked. Hearing that, Wang Mang and the little fatty were both stunned. Then, Wang Mang looked at the little fatty. The little fatty, who seemed to have thought of something, suddenly said excitedly, "Lord Demon Emperor, if you wait until the cataclysm, it's best if you snatch a world card. That's because a world card is equivalent to having a huge amount of resources. You'll be invincible. Once the cataclysm arrives, the entire world will enter a state of paralysis. By then, food will become extremely scarce. However, a world card is equivalent to a door to enter another world. With a world card, you won't have to worry about resources at all. Therefore, if a world card appears, you must get it, the more the better. Apart from that, Lord Demon Emperor, you only need to be careful of that human powerhouse with the surname Lu." Hearing that, Wang Mang nodded slowly, then said, "Do you know what that powerhouse with the surname Lu looks like?" Obviously, Wang Mang wanted to nip the threat in the bud. However, to Wang Mang's disappointment, the little fatty shook his head helplessly and said, "Lord Demon Emperor, before I was reborn, I was just a small character who escaped. It's not an exaggeration to say that I'm still at the bottom of society. Furthermore, after you died in your previous life, the 9 great refugee cities that your father built were replaced by others. Later, in order to run to other places to make a living, I died tragically in the end." Hearing that, Wang Mang nodded slowly and said, "All right. Ben Wang understands. Go and prepare with my father. Also, if you have anything you want, you can ask my father. My father will satisfy you. As for Ben Wang, I'll try to raise my strength to the strongest level before the cataclysm arrives." The little fatty nodded like a chick pecking rice, then prepared to leave with old man Wang. However, Wang Mang, who seemed to have thought of something, suddenly asked again, "Wait, how long until the cataclysm arrives?" After thinking for a while, the little fatty said honestly, "It seems to be 6 months later." Before the cataclysm arrived, the sun and moon were in the sky every day. Then, about half a year later, the cataclysm arrived. After thinking for a while, Wang Mang finally had an idea in his heart, then nodded, indicating that they could leave. Old man Wang then took the little fatty and left the cave where Wang Mang was. After old man Wang left, however, Wang Mang's brows were tightly knit together. Was there still half a year left? No. It should be less than half a year. After all, the little fatty had said. After the sun and moon appeared in the sky, the cataclysm would arrive half a year later. However, the sun and moon in the sky had been in the sky for a long time now. It had been almost a month. If he thought about it this way, this cataclysm would arrive even sooner. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but complain in his heart, "System, didn't you say that the cataclysm would arrive in a few decades?" In the next moment, the system's voice sounded, "Yes. 1 day. 1 year. 10 years, also within a few decades." After listening to the system's explanation, Wang Mang was speechless. The system's word games were so good that they had reached perfection. At this time, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Congratulations, host. Mission successfully completed. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 1 million evolution points. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained luck points +6. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang was suddenly happy. He didn't expect this kid to be so easy to satisfy. However, thinking about it, it made sense. After all, this little fatty hadn't seen much of the world. No matter if it was before or after his rebirth. This kid had always been living at the bottom of society. Therefore, naturally, it was easy to get rid of him. Moreover, Wang Mang had guessed it. This kid was here to suck up to him. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood became even better. He didn't care if he would die in the future. Now, even a reborn person came to rely on him. This proved that Wang Mang himself was also blessed with good fortune. Of course, Wang Mang's urge to increase his strength was getting stronger and stronger. Originally, he didn't have such strong thoughts, but after listening to the reborn little fatty's words, on the surface, Wang Mang didn't seem to care. In fact, he was still a little panicked. Damn it! I have to continue to increase my strength crazily. I want to see who can kill me. Strive to increase my strength to a new height before the cataclysm arrives. At this moment, Wang Mang secretly thought in his heart. Then, Wang Mang said in his heart without hesitation, "System, begin the evolution." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Successfully deducted 10 million evolution points. Beginning evolution. Chapter 203. The next moment, the system's voice sounded. Ding! Successfully deducted 10 million evolution points. Evolving. Then, Wang Mang completely lost consciousness during the evolution. Until 2 hours later, the evolution was completely over. Only then did Wang Mang awaken from his evolution. First of all, Wang Mang still observed the changes in his body first. Then, Wang Mang was surprised to find out his body's length had increased by a lot. Other than that, the width of his body still didn't change. However, his pair of sharp horns had become a little longer again. Even this pair of sharp horns, it was almost the same as the width of his body. This also made Wang Mang very satisfied, because this pair of horns wasn't used for showing off. Alright, it was also used for showing off. The problem was, this pair of horns was very awesome. It was very pretentious and also very aggressive. Damn it. If only he was given a shameless snake, that kind of divine ability that released lightning from the 2 horns would be great. Releasing lightning from the 2 horns was simply too awesome. Of course, Wang Mang was just thinking about it. Lightning divine ability was something that ordinary people had. Even Wang Mang hadn't seen anyone who had it. However, Wang Mang didn't have any chance at all. After all, he was a man with a system. This was where he was blessed by the heavens. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's nervous heart was once again full of confidence. He didn't believe that he had predicted the general trend in advance. This so-called guy surnamed Lu could really kill him. If his strength wasn't strong enough, then he would continue to improve. Anyway, there were still about 5 months before the disaster arrived. Thinking of this, Wang Mang regained his confidence again. Then, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." He wanted to see the changes in his strength during this evolution. The next moment, personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, Black Flame Bull Python. Status, Adult. Cultivation experience, 4,800 years. Body shape, 104 meters long, 3 meters wide, 170,000 kilograms weight. Combat power, bite force of 170,000 kilograms, speed of 97 kilometers per hour. Skills, death coil, corrosive poison, skin camouflage, steel body, super healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrink. Divine ability. King's slavery, soul controlling seal, black flames of death, body breaking regeneration, mystic water domain, earth burrowing, wings on back. Special. Storage space, information detection, Ginseng King X1, 10% discount Evolution Card X1, 20% discount Evolution Card X1, Free God Art Upgrade Chance X1, Advanced Blind Box X1, Intermediate Blind Box X3, Designated Lottery Chance X2, Random Lottery Chance X2, Golden Treasure Chest X1, Iron Palm. Shop activated. Luck 66, above average. Evolution points 9,000/20,000,000. After reading his personal information, Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction. He found that his body length was still increasing. But now, his body did not grow any wider. What made Wang Mang the happiest was that his weight was also increasing. Now, his weight had increased to 170 tons. His bite force was also the same. It was as if when he reached 100 pounds, his weight and bite force were both increasing. Even his speed was slowly increasing. On the contrary, his body width did not change. It seemed that the system was really going to let him lose weight. Thinking of this, Wang Mang felt a little speechless. However, Wang Mang was still very satisfied with his current evolution, because now, his speed was slowly increasing. This was a good sign. If he evolved a few more times, maybe his speed could really break through 100. Although Wang Mang didn't rely too much on his speed on land now, he still had to rely on his speed. But if he could become stronger, who wouldn't want to become stronger? Moreover, his cultivation had reached 4,800 years. It could be said that he was very close to the 5,000 years. When he reached 6,000 years of cultivation, he would be a real goblin emperor. Thinking of this, Wang Mang immediately had a goal to strive for. Don't say anything. His goal was to strive to reach the goblin emperor level before the disaster. This shouldn't be too difficult, right? Wang Mang thought in his heart with incomparable ease. At least according to the current trend of evolving once every few days, Wang Mang felt that it should not be too difficult. At this time, Wang Mang suddenly remembered. He seemed to still have a ginseng king that he had not eaten. But thinking of the massive amount of evolution points he needed now, Wang Mang did not eat this ginseng king. Because now, ordinary treasures of heaven and earth, they were not of much use to Wang Mang. Since that was the case, he might as well give it to his father next time. After thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. Then, he shrunk his body and prepared to go out and patrol his territory. He had not patrolled his own territory for a long time. However, right at this moment, Wang Mang heard a familiar voice. "Your Majesty." After looking sideways, Wang Mang saw that it was Lil Thing. Regarding this, Wang Mang was also a little surprised. He did not see Lil Thing these few days. He thought that Lil Thing had left. Seeing Lil Thing walk in from outside the cave, Wang Mang asked with interest, "Where have you been recently?" Hearing this, Lil Thing scratched its head with its claws and said embarrassedly, "King, I went to find my own kind. But I found that they could not communicate with me." Wang Mang naturally knew the key when he heard this. He smiled and said, "So that's how it is. Ben Wang thought that you had left." Hearing this, Lil Thing immediately vowed, "Don't worry, King. I will definitely follow King." Oh, I didn't think that Lil Thing's awareness was so high. Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction and said, "Very good. Guard the abode. Ben Wang will go out for a walk." After saying this, Wang Mang swayed its huge body and went out of the cave. At this moment, the sky outside was still not dark, but it was already afternoon. Thus, Wang Mang decided to patrol the territory of his family and wander around. Then, Wang Mang went to his own reservoir and patrolled. Basically, nothing had happened. According to Old Turtle, everything in the reservoir was normal. Moreover, if there was really any movement, Old Turtle would inform him as soon as possible. Therefore, after patrolling his territory, Wang Mang, who had nothing to do, returned to the cave. He decided to first digest all the things he had accumulated and convert them into strength. It just so happened that he could reach 5,000 years of cultivation a day earlier. At this point, Wang Mang was a little eager to try. After pondering for a moment, Wang Mang decided to open a gold treasure chest first. Thinking of this, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, open the gold treasure chest." The next moment, the system's voice sounded. "Ding! Congratulations, host! Successfully opened the gold treasure chest." "Ding! Congratulations, host! You have..." Chapter 204. In the next moment, the system's voice resounded. "Ding! Congratulations, host! Successfully opened the gold treasure chest." "Ding! Congratulations, host! Obtained 100,000 evolution points." "Ding! Congratulations, host! Obtained high-quality fishing rod X1." "Ding! Congratulations, host! Obtained Lamborghini Dinho." "Ding! Congratulations, host! Obtained 400,000 evolution points." "Ding! Congratulations, host! Obtained 500,000 evolution points." After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was speechless. He did not expect that this gold treasure chest would actually give him 1,000,000 evolution points. Other than that, he was also given a fishing rod and a Lamborghini? Damn! Could it be that if he continued to fish, he would die again? Furthermore, why would he care about this Lamborghini? When he was 18 years old, his father had already given him a sports car. However, Wang Mang did not have much interest in sports cars. Before his rebirth, he liked to fish most of the time. On the contrary, the sports car that his father gave him was collecting dust in the garage. Thus, this gold treasure chest only gave him so little evolution points. To be honest, Wang Mang was somewhat disappointed. Damn it. This was simply betraying his trust. In any case, it should at least give him a few million evolution points, right? In the end, it only gave him 1,000,000 evolution points. It was simply inferior to an intermediate blind box. However, Wang Mang could also be considered to have seen through it. Regardless of whether it was the lottery, the treasure chest, or the blind box, it really depended on luck. However, the problem was that he had recently obtained 6 points of luck. Currently, his luck was 66 points. Logically speaking, it should be very awesome. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was even more puzzled. He really didn't understand the concept of luck. The extremely unhappy Wang Mang thought for a long time and decided to continue opening things. He didn't believe that his luck would be worse than before now that his luck had increased. With this thought in mind, Wang Mang once again clenched his teeth and said in his heart, "System, give me an intermediate blind box." The next moment, the system's voice sounded again. "Ding! Congratulations, host! Successfully opened the intermediate blind box." "Ding! Congratulations, host! Obtained 1,000,000 evolution points." After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang's eyes lit up. This was a good sign. He knew it. How could his luck be so bad? Wang Mang let out a sigh of relief. Then, he began to look forward to the next prize. He hoped that he wouldn't disappoint him. 1 minute later, the system's voice sounded for the second time. Frowny face. "Ding! Congratulations, host! Obtained Chanel X1. Even Chanel is here? Daddy system, are you sure you didn't make a mistake? I'm a man. Why did you give me perfume? Even if they were going to give her perfume, shouldn't they at least give her a male perfume? For example, a man's cologne would be good too." Wang Mang once again felt helpless. His brilliance didn't last for more than 2 minutes. At this moment, he really didn't have the strength to curse. Every time he was a little happy, it would make him sad. Sigh. Forget it. Forget it. Daddy system, do as you see fit. I was brought up by you. You definitely won't cheat me. Just when Wang Mang was feeling helpless, the system's voice sounded for the third time. Frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 2 million evolution points. After hearing the system's voice this time, Wang Mang remained calm and didn't let himself get carried away. He was afraid that his joy would turn to sorrow again. After another minute, the system's voice sounded for the fourth time. Frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 1 million evolution points. After the system's voice completely stopped, Wang Mang let out a sigh of relief. Not bad. This intermediate blind box was worth it. It gave him 4 million evolution points. It seemed that he had to call the system daddy more often. After all, even if he was the system's son, he still had to be familiar with it. Look, now that I've called the system daddy, good things are coming. Thinking about this, Wang Mang's mood became better. This was because the intermediate blind box gave him a lot more rewards than the gold treasure chest. If he counted the rewards, he had already accumulated 5 million evolution points. He still needed 6 million evolution points before he could evolve again. However, Wang Mang felt that if he opened 2 more intermediate blind boxes, it would be enough. If his luck was off the charts, he might even get an intermediate blind box. Thinking about this, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, open another intermediate blind box." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded again. Frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Successfully opened intermediate blind box. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 2 million evolution points. Not bad, not bad. The first reward was 2 million evolution points. If he got another 5 million evolution points, he would be able to evolve again. Thinking about this, Wang Mang began to look forward to it. Moreover, this time, Wang Mang no longer prayed for the goddess of luck's blessing. Yes, he had changed his words. Now, he was praying for Daddy System's blessing. At this time, the system's voice sounded for the second time. Frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 2 million evolution points. Oh my god. Daddy System, you're the best. Continue. Give me another 3 million evolution points. Wang Mang was excited. At this time, the system's voice sounded for the third time. Frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 1 million evolution points. Okay. Give me more evolution points. Daddy System. There are people who want to kill your son in the future. I need to increase my strength and fight for you, right? Wang Mang prayed in his heart. A minute later, the system's voice sounded for the fourth time. Frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 500,000 evolution points. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was speechless. He was only 500,000 evolution points away from evolving again. This made Wang Mang feel very uncomfortable. Why was he only 500,000 evolution points away from evolving again? This made Wang Mang feel very uncomfortable. It was as if Wang Mang had taken off his pants. In the end, his girlfriend had told him that her period had come. Moreover, Wang Mang had a bit of obsessive-compulsive disorder. Thus, Wang Mang still hoped that he could gather the last 500,000 evolution points. Thinking up to this point, Wang Mang knew that if he wanted to evolve, he would need to open something. It seems that a gold chest and 2 intermediate blind boxes were not enough to evolve. Of course, as for the last 2 intermediate blind boxes, Wang Mang did not say anything, because the first gold chest, it gave him 1 million evolution points. The first blind box gave him 4 million evolution points. The second blind box gave him 550 evolution points. Total, 1 gold chest for 1 million evolution points. 2 intermediate blind boxes for 5 million evolution points. It could be said that The 2 blind boxes were already very useful. On the other hand, the golden treasure chest disappointed him greatly. However, overall, Wang Meng's mood was not bad. Thinking that he only needed 50 evolution points, Wang Meng decided to open the last intermediate blind box. Thinking up to this point, Wang Meng said in his heart, "System, open the last intermediate blind box." In the next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded. "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully opened the intermediate blind box." "Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 1000." Chapter 205. "Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 10 million evolution points." "Ding! Evolution conditions have been met. Would you like to begin evolution?" "No." Wang Meng's mood was very good. "This intermediate blind box is really amazing." "Oh, that's not right. It should be Daddy System that's amazing." Thinking about this, Wang Meng was looking forward to the next prize. How many evolution points would the last blind box give him? At this time, the system's voice resounded for the second time. Frowny face. "Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 500,000 evolution points." After hearing the system's voice, Wang Meng's mood was very good as he said in his heart, "Yes, Daddy System, your son believes in you." Soon after, the system's voice resounded for the third time. Frowny face. "Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 500,000 evolution points." Hearing that he had obtained 500,000 evolution points twice, Wang Meng was somewhat speechless. He could only pray in his heart, "Daddy System, let's be generous and give me a round number." Then, the system's voice resounded for the fourth time. Frowny face. "Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 1,500,000 evolution points." After the system's voice ended, Wang Meng's mood was very good. This time's prize was very strong. He reckoned that the system had already heard his prayers. Otherwise, 3 intermediate blind boxes and 1 gold treasure chest. How could it give him 23 million evolution points? At this moment, Wang Meng's mood was very good. Not bad, not bad. Now, he could evolve again. Oh my God! How long had he evolved today? If this goes on, when the calamity arrives, he would be invincible. Surnamed Lu, right? I don't care who you are. Even if you are the reincarnation of Lu Xiu, I can still deal with you. Wang Meng was full of confidence as he thought in high spirits. At this moment, the system's voice suddenly sounded. Frowny face. "Ding! A warm reminder to the host. Remaining countdown to cataclysm, 149 days, 16 hours." After hearing the system's voice, Wang Meng was stunned for a while. He did not expect the system to be willing to tell him the time of the cataclysm. But the problem was, Wang Meng had already found out from the little fatty. Therefore, Wang Meng didn't pay much attention to the system's notification. At most, it would give him a warning. However, the system's voice also indirectly informed Wang Meng. The cataclysm was about to descend. If he wanted to continue increasing his strength, it was best to do it as soon as possible. Wang Meng was not worried about himself. Instead, he was more worried about his family. After all, his father had already started building a large storage warehouse. This might not be enough. After all, building a storage warehouse wasn't enough. Do they still need the protection of martial artists? There were also a series of firepower equipment that the Red Empire did not allow private possession. I don't know how far his father can go. I believe that with the little fatty's help, his father should be able to do well. Thinking of this, Wang Meng was slightly relieved. He knew that the most important thing was still himself. After all, according to the little fatty, the future 9th refuge city built by his father was completely dependent on his own strength to survive. Therefore, Wang Meng still had to increase his strength. Thinking of this, Wang Meng decided, after this evolution, he would continue to go to other places and strive to increase his strength again. Now, he already knew when the cataclysm would arrive. He could definitely rush back before the cataclysm arrived. Thinking of this, Wang Mang did not want to think about it anymore. Evolve first. Go out after evolving. Think of ways to increase his strength. Thinking of this, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, evolve again." The next moment, the system's voice sounded again, frowny-faced Ding. 20 million evolution points have been successfully deducted. Evolving. Then, Wang Mang lost consciousness during the evolution. 2 hours later, Wang Mang just woke up from the evolution. Then, Wang Mang observed his body and was surprised to find that his evolution still did not increase his width. However, his body length still increased. In addition, the rest seemed to have increased. Only the width did not increase. Of course, how much did it increase? Wang Mang also had to look at the data to know. Therefore, he silently said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." The next moment, personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, Black Flame Bull Python. Status, Peak. Cultivation experience, 4,900 years. Body shape, 108 meters long, 3 meters wide, 180,000 kilograms weight. Combat strength, 180,000 kilograms. Bite force, 98 kilometers per hour. Skills: Death Coil, Corrosive Poison, Skin Camouflage, Steel Body, Super Self-Healing, Water Breathing, Bloodthirsty Rage, 10,000 Beast Deterrence, Wishful Shrinking. Magical abilities: King's Slavery, Soul Control Seal, Black Flame of Death, Broken Body Regeneration, Mysterious Water Domain, Earth Drilling, Wings on Back. Special: Storage Space, Information Detection, Ginseng King X1, 10% discount Evolution Card X1, 20% discount Evolution Card X1, Free Chance to Upgrade Magical Abilities X1, Advanced Blind Box X1, Designated Lottery Chance X2, Random Lottery Chance X2, Iron Palm. Shopping Center, activated. Luck, 66, above average. Evolution Points, 12 million/40 million. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang secretly nodded with satisfaction. The increase in strength this time was within his expectations. Now his body had reached 108 meters. His cultivation experience was also close to reaching 5,000 years. For a moment, Wang Mang could be said to be in a good mood. He also decided that he would not continue to stay in his nest and build a car behind closed doors. Therefore, Wang Mang shrunk his body and then went outside the cave. He gave his subordinates and Lil Thing some instructions. He was about to go out again, so he told them to guard his nest and wait for him to return. After instructing these things, Wang Mang went out again. This time, Wang Mang did not have a destination, but he had a goal. This goal was to reach the level of a demon emperor before the calamity arrived. A few hours later. Moreover, because it was night time, Wang Mang did not choose to move on the ground. He manifested a pair of wings and turned into a small winged python, flying in the night sky. Just as Wang Mang was flying in the night, the system's voice sounded in his mind. Ding! Detected the host's current situation. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission 1. Before the calamity arrives, increase your cultivation experience to 5,000 years. Reach the level of a great demon king. Mission time can be obtained upon completion. Mission reward, 10 million evolution points. Mission 2. Before the calamity arrives, increase your cultivation experience to 5,500 years. Become a great demon king. Mission time can be obtained upon completion. Mission reward, 50 million evolution points. Mission 3. Before the calamity arrives, increase your cultivation experience to 6,000 years. Become a demon emperor. Enter the global ranking. Mission time can be obtained upon completion. Mission reward? Chapter 206. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was shocked. He didn't expect that the mission would come as soon as he left the house. Moreover, the difference between the rewards of the 3 missions was too big. Especially the mission, the difference between the rewards of the first and second missions was a full 5 times. Although the reward of the 3rd mission was a question mark, it was much higher than the second mission. There was no doubt about that. After all, a question mark was a sign of a big prize. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was very happy. Then, he began to think about the choice of missions. He could easily complete the first mission. The second mission wasn't that difficult. It was to evolve 6 times before the catastrophe. The third mission was a bit difficult. Wang Mang didn't have the confidence to evolve to the level of a monster emperor before the catastrophe. After all, he needed 11 evolutions to reach the level of a monster emperor. The difficulty was double that of the second mission. Although he said that he wanted to evolve to the level of a monster emperor before the catastrophe. But Wang Mang didn't have the confidence in his heart. In fact, he was just bragging. He only saw the monster emperor as a goal to strive for. Now, the system really gave him a mission. After thinking for a while, Wang Mang finally chose the third mission. Because although the third mission was difficult, it wasn't impossible. There were still about 5 months before the cataclysm. That was about 150 days. 150 days to evolve once every half a month on average. That was enough. Wang Mang was still confident about this. Thinking of this, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, I choose the third mission." The next moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! The host has chosen the mission successfully. Please complete the mission as soon as possible to receive the reward. After choosing the mission, Wang Mang relaxed a lot. Then, Wang Mang looked up at the dark ground below and began to think about where to go. It seemed that there were a lot of places that he hadn't been to. After thinking for a while, Wang Mang had already made a decision. He decided to go to Kunlun Mountain to take a look. Because Kunlun Mountain was a sacred mountain in ancient mythology. In Taoist culture, it was also known as the ancestor of all mountains. It was impossible that such a powerful mountain didn't have any powerful people, right? To tell the truth, from Wang Mang's point of view, if the Red Empire had a strong warrior, then the Red Empire would have a strong warrior. Then, there must be powerful characters in the famous mountains and rivers in history. Moreover, Wang Mang had never been afraid of anyone on land. Especially after his strength had rapidly increased. In Wang Mang's heart there was a kind of complacent feeling of wanting to lose. During the journey, Wang Mang wantonly moved about in the sky. When it was daytime, Wang Mang landed on the ground. He didn't know where he had flown to. At this moment, one could see a vast forest of tall mountains and green forests. However, Wang Mang guessed that he should have arrived at the 4 provinces of Sichuan. That was because the 4 provinces of Sichuan were similar to his own province, with many mountains and forests. Thinking of this, Wang Mang took out the map from his storage space and looked at it for a while. He knew that his guess was right. They had indeed entered the 4 provinces of Sichuan. Thinking of this, Wang Mang continued on his journey. Kunlun Mountain ran through Haiqing Province, the 4 provinces of Sichuan, Jiangxin, and Zhejiang. It could be said that the mountain range was very large and very deep. But after Wang Mang had traveled for a day, early the next morning, Wang Mang, who was still on his way, suddenly saw a monk in the distant forest in front of him. This monk had a ring scar on his head and Buddhist beads on his neck. He was wearing a red monk robe with golden edges. His thin back view looked very majestic. Perhaps because he heard the commotion, the monk suddenly stopped and turned around to look in Wang Mang's direction. At the same time, Wang Mang was shocked. Damn it, why did he run into a monk in the depths of the forest? Moreover, shouldn't the monk be in the temple, ringing the bell and chanting Buddha? Not only that, this monk gave him a feeling of fear and trepidation. F***ck, what the hell is going on here? For a moment, Wang Mang secretly became vigilant. Ever since he became the Monster King, there were too few people who gave him such a feeling. Except for the Sea Dragon King, the Blue Whale King, and the Lord of Sacrifice. This monk was the first one who gave him such a terrifying feeling. Because Wang Mang had never felt much threat from a human being. But this ridiculously young monk made Wang Mang feel a little uneasy. Because of that, Wang Mang naturally became cautious. Then, he began to size up the monk. His skin was as white as jade, his lips were red, his teeth were white, and his pair of big ears were very conspicuous. What was even more strange was that there was a bright red word tribulation between the monk's eyebrows. At the same time, the handsome and devilishly charming monk also had a smile on his face as he said with a benevolent expression, "The world is full of suffering and tribulation. My Buddhist name is Tribulation Buddha." Seeing this scene, Wang Mang's heart sank. Then, he quietly used information detection. The next moment, the monk's information appeared in front of his eyes. Target: Tribulation Monk level. Peak Living Buddha, comparable to a top Monster King. Supernatural power? Explanation: Arhat, Psychic. Great Arhat, Spirit. Bodhisattva, Small Monster. Great Bodhisattva, Big Monster. Living Buddha in the human world, Monster King. Buddha in the human world, Monster King. Buddha in the human world, Monster Emperor. Buddha in the human world, Land God. Achievement: 99th on the global list of powerhouses. Luck: 90, world favorite. Threat level: extremely high. After reading his personal information, Wang Mang was instantly dumbfounded. He was somewhat impressed by himself. Every time he went out, something would happen. Either others would be wiped out, or he would be unlucky. He seemed to be born with the attribute of being wiped out. He could always meet opponents who were extremely powerful. Either they were ridiculously weak and would be beaten up by him, or they were ridiculously strong and would beat him up. Damn it. His strength was comparable to a top Monster King. This proved that if he went further, he would be able to enter the ranks of Monster Emperors. F***ck. What the hell? Was there a mistake? Why did he meet such a powerful monk when he went out? Just as Wang Mang was depressed and was about to admit defeat, Monk Du Jie said with a smile on his face, "I can tell at a glance that you are not human. Now, this monster fellow Taoist has two choices. First, fellow Taoist, convert to me. When I break through the vastness of heaven and earth and ascend to the upper realm, I will give you the opportunity to transform into a true dragon under my command. Second, I will send you to the Western Paradise. I see that you are extremely murderous. Fellow Taoist, don't fail to appreciate my kindness. Otherwise, don't blame me for killing demons." After saying that, Tribulation Monk still had a kind look on his face. Even Wang Mang was dumbstruck at this sight. Could it be that monks nowadays were all so thick-skinned? With the kindest smile on their faces, they said the most ferocious words? At the same time, Wang Mang was also infuriated by this monk's attitude. Too arrogant. This guy was only at the peak of his strength. Because of this, Wang Mang was extremely furious. Did he really think that he was an ant? Thinking of this, Wang Mang was even more furious. Because this monk's attitude was too arrogant. In addition, Wang Mang also did not think that this Baldy could kill him. Wang Mang, whose strength had increased greatly, believed that even a monster emperor could not kill him. At this moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Detected the host's current situation. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission 1. Bow down in front of Tribulation Living Buddha and choose to submit to him. Mission time. Available upon selection. Mission reward: 1,000,000 evolution points. Mission 2. Facing Tribulation Living Buddha, the strong never bow down. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward: 10 million evolution points. Mission 3. Facing tribulation living Buddha, Lei Ting, kill him. The strong cannot be provoked. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward: 20 million evolution points. Chapter 207. After listening to the system's mission, Wang Mang was a little surprised. He didn't expect that the system would issue a mission. However, although the reward of this mission was still the most generous, Wang Mang wasn't sure if he could complete it. After all, this guy's strength was comparable to the top Monster King. Wang Mang was still 100 years away from the Grand Monster King. Therefore, Wang Mang was still a little worried. Obviously, he wanted to kill this damn monk, but he was worried that he couldn't defeat him. Moreover, even if he could defeat him, Wang Mang didn't think that he could kill this monk whose strength was close to the monster royals. Therefore, after pondering for a long time, Wang Mang decided to choose the second mission. Although he was very confident in his strength, he didn't want to be so reckless just to be on the safe side. After all, once he chose the third mission, he wouldn't get anything if he couldn't complete it. Thinking of this, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, I choose the second mission." The next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded. Ding! The host has successfully chosen the mission. Please complete it as soon as possible to get the reward. After choosing the mission, Wang Mang looked at Monk Du Jie coldly with his eyes full of fighting spirit. Seeing this, Monk Du Jie put his palms together and sighed with a kind face. Amitabha, since you don't know how to appreciate my kindness, don't blame me for being ruthless. As soon as he finished speaking, Wang Mang saw that the monk turned over in the air and shouted in a low voice, blotting out the sky and the sun. Then, the golden-threaded red kasaya on his body flew towards him. It grew bigger and bigger in the wind. That was true. The scene in front of him. It reminded Wang Mang of a movie in his previous life. The great mighty heavenly dragon of Jinshan Temple, Fahai. Of course, Wang Mang wasn't afraid of him. Seeing the monastic robe that blotted out the sky flying over, Li Mu was shocked. Wang Mang's body grew in the wind and instantly turned into a huge body. At the same time, Wang Mang also opened his bloody mouth. He spat out a mouthful of black flames at the kasaya in the sky. Seeing this, Monk Du Jie sneered, "Solar True Fire Curse! Go!" As soon as he finished speaking, Monk Du Jie's hands kept changing as he chanted. Then, a golden swastika flaming seal quickly hit the kasaya. Then, Wang Mang saw a scene that stunned him. The cassock shone with golden light. His black flames of the fallen could not burn the cassock. Seeing Wang Mang's stunned look, Monk Du Jie flew over and said with a kind smile, "Evil creature, what other abilities do you have?" Wang Mang flew into a rage out of humiliation. When he saw this guy flying towards him, he quickly whipped out his huge tail. The speed was so fast that it emitted a whining sound. But in the face of Wang Mang's swift and fierce attack, Monk Du Jie's expression changed slightly. Then, he stepped on the air with the tip of his foot and dodged backward. "Evil creature! You're not weak." After saying that, Monk Du Jie sneered. His palms gradually turned bright red, like red-hot iron. Then, he jumped up and slapped Wang Mang's huge body with his palm. Wang Mang was in so much pain that he almost cried out. "Damn, it's so hot!" Wang Mang was immediately furious. He opened his bloody mouth, wanting to swallow the monk whole. However, Monk Du Jie kicked him in the chest. Then, he flew backward to distance himself from Monk Du Jie. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang was so angry that he lost his mind. He swayed his huge body and rushed up regardless of anything. Seeing this, Monk Du Jie smiled kindly. "Evil creature, you're angry." Then, he opened his bloody mouth facing Wang Mang. He made a gesture with his hands and a golden 9 feet chi wall condensed. For a moment, Wang Mang was overjoyed when he saw that the monk did not dodge. He bit down hard with his bloody mouth. But the next moment, Wang Mang was shocked to find that his bite force was close to 200 tons, and it was a terrifying bite force that burst out in an instant. He could not bite through the golden chi wall that covered Monk Du Jie. It felt as if he had bitten into a huge, round iron ball. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang had no choice but to let go of his big mouth. He wanted to swallow the chi wall, but he could not do it at all. He was afraid that he would be killed by Monk Du Jie from the inside if he swallowed it. But when Wang Mang just let go of his bloody mouth, Monk Du Jie in the chi wall put his 2 fingers together and pointed at Wang Mang with his golden fingertip. A golden light burst out and fell on Wang Mang's huge body. Puff! Even if Wang Mang used his body of steel, there was still a bloody hole on his body. This made Wang Mang even angrier. "I can't bite you! Can't I beat you?" Thinking of this, Wang Mang began to gather strength and whipped the chi wall with his huge tail. What made him break down was that no matter how hard he tried, he could not break the chi wall. On the contrary, Monk Du Jie took the opportunity to keep poking him with his fingertips, leaving many bloody holes on his body. Moreover, this monk was extremely vicious. He wanted to blind his eyes several times, but Wang Mang avoided him vigilantly. In addition, even the corrosive poison could not do anything to this 9 feet thick chi wall. This golden chi wall was endless, like a cycle, indestructible and flawless. However, Wang Mang knew that there was no such thing as a flawless plan. Being unable to break the golden chi wall meant that he was not strong enough. It was difficult to threaten Monk Du Jie. However, after the anger, Wang Mang came to his senses. Damn it! His task was to fight. He did not say that he had to kill this monk. Although he could not beat this monk could not kill him. Thinking of this, Wang Mang retreated quickly. Seeing this scene, Monk Du Jie was surprised. Seeing that the opponent was about to run, Monk Du Jie shouted angrily, "Evil creature, don't go!" Then, he gathered the chi wall in his palms. The next moment, a basketball-sized golden chi wall appeared and was pushed out by his palms. This golden chi wall shot toward Wang Mang. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang's heart tightened. He looked at the sky, at the golden-red kasaya that covered the sky. Then, Wang Mang roared angrily, "Damn Baldy, next time we meet, I will reward you!" After that, Wang Mang plunged into the ground. In the next moment, a golden barrier shot out from Wang Mang's location, exploding with an earth-shattering explosion. After the smoke and dust dissipated, Monk Du Jie quickly stepped forward. Seeing the huge hole in the ground, his face was gloomy and he said coldly, "Daring evil creature, you are quite capable." At the same time, Wang Mang, who had burrowed into the ground, was unhappy. This was the first time he had been chased by a human for so long. This damned Baldy deserved to die for his heinous crimes. But when he thought of the monk on the ground, he thought that he would be furious. Wang Mang's mood became better. Damn it! This damn monk, where did he come from? He is too arrogant. I can't even kill him. Didn't we agree that there are no strong humans? Why is there a ferocious monk? Thinking of this, Wang Mang felt helpless. At this time, the system's voice sounded, "Ding! Congratulations, host! Mission completed! Ding! Congratulations, host! Obtained 10 million evolution points! Ding! Reminder, host! Strength evaluation test. Host's current strength ranking: 8th on the Fengyun list. Note: the Fengyun list has a total of 100 people. Above the Fengyun list is the world's strongest list. Chapter 208. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was stunned at first, then a little surprised. He did not expect that he would have a fight with this Baldy. And now the system had even evaluated his strength? As for the billboard, Wang Mang understood. It was probably a list below the global powerhouse ranking. The so-called 8th place on the billboard made Wang Mang a little surprised. Did this mean that there were 108 powerhouses who were stronger than him? Thinking of this, Wang Mang felt that it was not possible. Damn it, there could not be so many people who were stronger than him on the continent. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was a little unconvinced. However, thinking of the global powerhouse ranking, it seemed to be talking about the entire Earth. After thinking of this, Wang Mang felt relieved. If there were more than 100 powerhouses in the world who were stronger than him, it was acceptable. After all, the ocean was too big. There were many powerhouses who were stronger than him. This was not surprising. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. After all, he was now ranked 108. If that was the case, he just needed to become stronger, and he might be able to enter the global top 100 list. Wang Mang, who was in a good mood, continued to travel underground. He traveled underground for more than an hour. Wang Mang then shrunk his body and drilled out of the ground. However, Wang Mang did not expect that he would be in someone else's house. This was the big courtyard of a villager's villa. Fortunately, no one saw Wang Mang. Therefore, Wang Mang hid in a corner. After looking at the map for a while, he found the right direction again and drilled back into the ground to continue his journey. An hour later, Wang Mang drilled out of the ground and came to the jungle again. After taking a look at his surroundings, he said, "It's fine." Wang Mang continued his journey on the ground. Just like this, Wang Mang continued his journey for 2 more days. Finally, he arrived at the largest forest in the 4 provinces of Sichuan, the Kunlun mountain range. This mountain range was too big. It was so big that Wang Mang didn't even notice it when he arrived. Moreover, the Kunlun mountain range was very big. It ran through 4 provinces. Furthermore, after entering the mountain range, Wang Mang could clearly feel that the spiritual qi here was much denser than the other places outside. This strange phenomenon made Wang Mang even more curious. Why was the spiritual qi in Mount Kunlun richer than in other places? Over the past few days, Wang Mang had been able to sense that the thin spiritual energy in the air was increasing at a subtle but slow rate. However, this place was several times heavier than other places. Just by taking a breath, one would feel refreshed. Right at this moment, an eagle circling in the sky descended from the sky and landed on a tree branch not far from Wang Mang. Wang Mang raised his head to look, and discovered that this old eagle looked a little familiar. F***ck. Wasn't this old eagle, who used to be a subordinate of the Treant King? Back then, it was this guy who led him to pay a visit to the Treant King. In the end, he even offended the Treant King. Therefore, Wang Mang was quite familiar with this guy. However, this old eagle obviously didn't recognize Wang Mang. He said arrogantly, "Halt! The land of Kunlun is the territory of the Lord Demon Emperor." Hearing this, Wang Mang was shocked. In fact, Wang Mang wanted to curse out loud. Did he bump into a demon emperor again? Could it be that this Kunlun mountain was occupied by a demon emperor? However, when he thought of the abundant spiritual qi nearby, Wang Mang felt relieved. However, what Wang Mang was curious about was how many demon emperors there were in the Red Empire. At this time, one would appear from time to time, which made Wang Mang feel a little annoyed. Thinking of this, Wang Mang decided to take the opportunity to ask this old eagle. After a year, he transformed into a body of more than 30 meters and said to the old eagle, "Fellow cultivator, it's me. Do you still remember me?" After seeing Wang Mang, the old eagle felt that he looked very familiar. Then, he immediately exclaimed, "It's you! Fellow cultivator, why did you come to the Kunlun Mountains?" Hearing this, Wang Mang was speechless. "I wanted to ask you, why did you come here?" Of course, in the face of the old eagle's question, Wang Mang found a reason to explain. After hearing this, the old eagle suddenly understood and said, "I see. Fellow cultivator, why did you come to the Kunlun Mountains?" Wang Mang asked. Hearing this, the old eagle said helplessly, "After the Treant King died, I naturally went to another place." At this point, The old eagle couldn't help but feel proud. However, now my status is even higher. I'm greatly favored by the Lord Demon Emperor. Moreover, I'm now under the Lord Demon Emperor. My Lord Demon Emperor is a big shot standing at the top of the pyramid in the entire Red Empire. As he spoke, the old eagle proudly raised his head. Seeing this, Wang Mang immediately asked with a smile, "Fellow cultivator, how many demon emperors are there in the Red Empire? How many demon emperors? Do you think demon emperors are cabbages?" The old eagle was speechless and continued to explain. In the Red Empire, there are 5 demon emperors on land. The Yellow River has 2 demon emperors. The Yangtze River has 1 demon emperor. On land, they are Stone Emperor, Tree Emperor, Flower Emperor, Willow Emperor, and Dog Emperor. Our Lord Demon Emperor is the Tiger Emperor. After hearing the old eagle's words, Wang Mang came to a realization. Now, he finally had some understanding of the Red Empire's demon emperors. However, what Wang Mang didn't expect was that the Red Empire had so many demon emperors. If that was the case, except for the terrifying existence in the ocean, the Red Empire should be the most terrifying. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but feel speechless. He really didn't dare to imagine. If the calamity came, how bad would the situation be for the Red Empire? But at this moment, Wang Mang felt a terrifying aura surging towards the sky. Then, Wang Mang heard a heaven-shaking roar that resonated through heaven and earth. "Damn dog, you really deserve to die." After hearing this voice, the old eagle immediately abandoned Wang Mang and flew into the distance. Seeing this, Wang Mang also moved his body and rushed towards the mountain range. When Wang Mang arrived at the back of the mountain, he saw 2 figures fighting in the forest. Their auras were extremely terrifying. One of them was a completely white tiger, and the other was the Dog Emperor that Wang Mang was familiar with. Moreover, the battle between the 2 was extremely terrifying. They had really reached the level of flying in the sky, burrowing into the ground, and traversing the mountains and forests. Their speed was so fast that it left Wang Mang dumbfounded, because the battle between the 2 of them was too fast. Moreover, every time they attacked, they were like monks passing through tribulations, using all kinds of divine abilities, especially the big white tiger with black spots all over its body. Every time it opened its mouth, it could spit out a powerful beam of light, and its power was even more terrifying. At this moment, the system's voice sounded in Wang Mang's mind again. Frowny-face Ding detected the host's current situation. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission 1. Choose to help the Tiger Emperor kill the Dog Emperor. Obtain the friendship of the Tiger Emperor. Mission time. Obtain upon completion. Mission reward. 5 million evolution points. Mission 2. Choose to help the Dog Emperor get rid of the Tiger Emperor. Obtain the attention of the Dog Emperor. Mission time. Obtain upon completion. Mission reward. 10 million evolution points. Mission 3. Seize the opportunity to steal the Emperor level herb. Successfully retreat and leave. Mission time. Obtain upon completion. Mission reward. 15 million evolution points. Chapter 209. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang couldn't help but be a little stunned. He didn't expect that the system would let him interfere in the battle of the Demon Emperor. Damn it, he was obviously not qualified. Whether it was the Dog Emperor or the Tiger Emperor, Wang Mang only watched the scene of their battle. Wang Mang was so guilty that he didn't have the slightest bit of confidence. The strength of these 2 guys was even more exaggerated than he imagined. For example, this white tiger spat out a beam of light and directly blew up a hill into ashes. To be honest, this power was even more exaggerated than a rocket launcher or an ordinary grenade. Moreover, looking at the abilities of these 2 guys, it was obvious that they were very powerful. Therefore, Wang Mang didn't choose the mission immediately. Instead, he quietly used information detection. What made Wang Mang happy was that he could now check the information of this dog emperor. Not only the dog emperor, but the information of this white tiger also appeared in front of Wang Mang's eyes. Target: Dog Emperor. Cultivation experience: 6,500 years. Level: Demon Emperor. Supernatural power. Luck value: 94. Threat level: Fatal. Target: Tiger Emperor. Cultivation experience: 6,800 years. Level: Demon Emperor. Supernatural power. Luck value: 93. Threat level: Fatal. After reading the information of these two guys, Wang Mang couldn't help but think to himself, the cultivation experience of these two guys was too exaggerated. Damn it, more than 6,000 years. Moreover, it wasn't the kind of demon emperor that had just reached 6,000 years. This white tiger demon emperor was even stronger than the dog emperor. Thinking of this, Wang Mang already made a decision in his heart. With the strength of these two guys, he couldn't interfere. Since that was the case, he could only choose the third mission. Speaking of the third mission, the difficulty was both high and low. But the reward was high. If he could complete this mission, Wang Mang could almost evolve. Moreover, this heavenly treasure that could make the dog emperor mobilize so many people to steal was obviously extraordinary. Thinking of this, Wang Mang hardened his heart and said in his heart, "System, I choose mission 3. After choosing the mission, in the blink of an eye, the two demon emperors had already disappeared from his field of vision. Wang Mang's heart skipped a beat as he stared at the eagle great demon circling in the sky not far away. With that in mind, Wang Mang quietly used the soul-controlling seal. The advantage of the soul-controlling seal was that it could remove the control of the target at any time. Unlike the king's thrall, it was too domineering. After using it, unless the target died, the target would forever be his servant. Therefore, Wang Mang preferred to use the soul-controlling seal. At the same time, after Wang Mang used the soul-controlling seal, the eagle in the sky screamed and fell from the sky. Fortunately, he was a great demon and didn't fall to his death. After struggling for less than a minute, the eagle great demon flew towards Wang Mang respectfully. "Your servant greets you, my great master." Hearing this, Wang Mang nodded indifferently and said, "Bring me to the Tiger Emperor's cave abode." Hearing this, the eagle great demon nodded respectfully and flapped his wings to lead the way for Wang Mang. As for Wang Mang, he quickly followed behind Eagle. After flying for more than 10 minutes, Eagle suddenly stopped. Wang Mang finally arrived at the cave abode under the eagle great demon's lead. This was a huge and spacious cave abode. Just as Wang Mang approached, he could feel the soaring demon aura. However, Wang Mang didn't care at all. He quickly moved his body and entered the Tiger Emperor's cave. At the same time, Wang Mang couldn't help but feel emotional. He used to despise the Black Bear Demon King's actions. However, Wang Mang didn't expect that he would do such a sneaky thing one day. While feeling emotional, Wang Mang immediately realized that something was wrong after entering the cave. That was because there were other demons in the cave. For a moment, Wang Mang quietly shrunk his body and continued to walk deeper into the cave. Then, Wang Mang saw a rat great demon. It was holding a translucent plant that looked like an amethyst in its mouth. Now it was walking out of the cave. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang was stunned. Damn it, a mere great demon dared to steal the Tiger Emperor's treasure? This made Wang Mang very suspicious, but even more so, he felt that it was impossible. A mere great demon, even if it ate the guts of a leopard, would definitely not dare to be so bold. Thinking of this, Wang Mang suddenly had a guess. This rat great demon was very likely sent by the Dog Emperor. The Dog Emperor was in charge of luring the Tiger Emperor away, then letting this rat great demon steal the treasure. The more Wang Mang thought about it, the more he felt that something was off. Although this dog emperor was a few hundred years behind the tiger emperor, the difference in strength was definitely not that great. After all, both sides were demon emperors, so the most likely possibility was that the dog emperor was indeed in charge of luring the tiger away from the mountain. After understanding the problem, Wang Mang was even more conflicted. Should he kill this little thing? At that time, he would probably offend the dog emperor. But after thinking about it, it seemed that he had no choice but to kill this little thing. If he did not kill this rat great demon, he might be exposed. Thinking of this, Wang Mang had already made a decision. Then, Wang Mang stood in front of the rat great demon when it was about to approach him. When it saw Wang Mang, the rat great demon was shocked. Especially the demonic aura on Wang Mang's body, it was even more shocking. That was because the demonic aura on Wang Mang's body was too terrifying. This was definitely close to the level of a great demon king. For a moment, under Wang Mang's aura, the rat great demon trembled even more. It looked at Wang Mang in fear and said in a fawning tone, My demon emperor is the dog emperor." After mentioning the dog emperor, the rat great demon was a little more confident. Hearing this, Wang Mang ignored it and opened his bloody mouth. It swallowed the rat demon emperor along with the translucent purple treasure. In the next moment, Wang Mang's body subconsciously shivered, and he felt cold all over. This feeling was as if he had fallen into a cold cave. This even made Wang Mang feel cold all over. In the next moment, Wang Mang heard the system's voice frowny-face ding. "Congratulations to the host. Successfully devoured the 6,000-year-old demon emperor level treasure, purple ice essence. Ding. Congratulations to the host. Obtained 30 million evolution points. Ding. The accumulation has met the evolution conditions. Do you want to begin evolution?" No. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang, who was shivering all over, hurriedly refused. How would he dare to evolve here? This was the Tiger Emperor's territory. What made Wang Mang even more surprised was that this Demon Emperor level treasure actually allowed him to obtain so many evolution points. It could be said that one stock almost allowed him to meet the evolution conditions once. This was something that Wang Mang never expected. After all, he needed 40 million evolution points to evolve once. However, a 6,000-year-old demon emperor-level heavenly material and earthly treasure almost made him evolve directly. Chapter 210. At the thought of this, Wang Mang became excited. It was as if he could see the direction of his goal. Damn it. No wonder the Bear Demon King liked to steal things from other people's cave abodes. No wonder the Mutt Demon Emperor also liked to steal things from other people's cave abodes. As expected of the role model of my generation, the real shortcut was to steal the accumulation of other demon kings and demon emperors. This was the fastest way to improve one's strength. Just as Wang Mang was immersed in joy, he suddenly sensed a terrifying beastly aura approaching him. Oh no! The White Tiger Demon Emperor is back! This terrifying demonic aura scared Wang Mang so much that he quickly regained his senses. He guessed that the Tiger Emperor might have seen through the Dog Emperor's plan. At the thought of this, Wang Mang didn't dare to hesitate at all. He hurriedly dove into the ground and fled. But just as Wang Mang dove into the ground and heaved a sigh of relief, he realized that the terrifying aura behind him was still there. This immediately caused Wang Mang's heart to tremble. F***ck. Could it be that this tiger could also burrow into the ground? But in the next moment, Wang Mang knew that he had guessed correctly. Suddenly, a deafening roar came from behind him. "Ant! You can't run away!" This was the familiar voice of the Tiger Demon Emperor. It scared Wang Mang so much that he panicked. He didn't expect the Tiger Emperor to catch up so quickly. No. I have to run quickly. At the thought of this, he frantically dove into the depths of the ground. Then, like a loach, he scurried around underground. Obviously, Wang Mang was trying to shake off the Tiger Emperor, but Wang Mang still underestimated the terror of the Demon Emperor. He had been running for a few days, but he still couldn't shake off the Demon Emperor's pursuit. Yes, no matter how he escaped underground, the Tiger Emperor was still chasing after him. This also made Wang Mang feel bitter. Didn't I just steal your heavenly treasure? Did you have to chase after me? Besides, I've already eaten it. Do you want me to drag it out and return it to you? Helpless, Wang Mang communicated as he fled. Tiger Emperor, I've already eaten it. There's no need for you to chase after me. Then, the Tiger Emperor's roar, which was brimming with killing intent, came from behind. Then Ben Wang will eat you. Make up for the losses. Wang Mang couldn't help but curse inwardly after hearing the Tiger Emperor's words. At the same time, Wang Mang did not dare to slow down. As for why he didn't fly in the sky, this was because the speed of this tiger in the sky was even faster than him. He had witnessed the speed at which the Tiger Emperor had chased after the Dog Emperor back then. Therefore, Wang Mang had no choice but to continue escaping through the ground or into the water. He believed that this fellow wouldn't be so terrifying in the water. Just like that, Wang Mang fled underground for half a month. The Tiger Emperor chased after them for half a month. Later, Wang Mang fled into the sea. The Tiger Emperor still wouldn't let him go. Moreover, the Tiger Emperor's strength was simply beyond Wang Mang's expectations. The Tiger Emperor's speed in the water was not much slower than his. Moreover, Wang Mang was fleeing. Wang Mang didn't dare to slow down, so he naturally didn't dare to dive into the deep sea. Therefore, he could only escape on the surface of the water and occasionally sink into the water. However, he still couldn't shake off this fellow. Helpless, Wang Mang made up his mind and swam directly towards the sea where the Sea Dragon King was. That was because, in Wang Mang's opinion, only the Sea Dragon King could help him. The Tiger Emperor's strength was too ferocious. He was no match for him at all. During the escape process, Wang Mang also exchanged blows with him. However, Wang Mang didn't dare to take even half a move from him head-on. Therefore, Wang Mang spent most of his time on the run. F***ck, continue chasing me if you can. Wang Mang cursed behind him, and continued to dive into the water to escape. However, the Tiger Emperor was still on the surface of the sea, chasing Wang Mang and flying rapidly above the sea. In the blink of an eye, another half a month passed. Wang Mang spent a full month. Only then did he successfully escape to the terrifying deep sea where the Sea Dragon King was. Then, Wang Mang, who was diving deep into the water. Not long after, he saw the terrifying Sea Dragon King rushing towards him. When he saw the Sea Dragon King, Wang Mang quickly said, "Brother Sea Dragon King, save me." The Sea Dragon King was also very surprised when he saw that it was Wang Mang. He nodded indifferently and looked at the Tiger Emperor chasing behind Wang Mang. Then, the Sea Dragon King said, "Get out of the way." Hearing this, Wang Mang quickly understood and dove. Then, Wang Mang saw a scene that left him dumbstruck. He saw a terrifying water dragon spurt out of the Sea Dragon King's huge mouth. With a frightening speed, the frightening water dragon shot toward the Tiger Emperor. Seeing this, the Tiger Emperor hurriedly dodged the attacking water dragon. However, this terrifying water dragon exploded out of the water and set off a 100-meter-tall wave. At the same time, the Tiger Emperor, who wanted to continue chasing Wang Mang, also stopped in his tracks. Obviously, the Tiger Emperor could feel the Sea Dragon King's terrifying aura. He also knew that the Sea Dragon King was not to be trifled with, and he knew Wang Mang. Therefore, the Tiger Emperor was in a dilemma and hesitated. Because this Sea Dragon King was the overlord of the sea. However, his cultivation had definitely reached more than 6,000 years. In fact, his cultivation was even more terrifying than his. At the same time, seeing the Sea Dragon King intimidate the Tiger Emperor with one strike, Wang Mang was also secretly impressed. As expected of the King Cuttlefish King's big brother, his strength was simply too strong. Thinking of this, Wang Mang also quietly used information detection. In the next moment, the Sea Dragon King's information appeared before his eyes. Target: Sea Dragon King cultivation, 7,000 years. Level: Demon Emperor Divine Ability. Luck: 94 threat level. Fatal achievement: 81st on the global powerhouse list. After reading the Sea Dragon King's information, Wang Mang immediately came to a realization. No wonder this big brother Sea Dragon King could intimidate the Tiger Emperor. This strength was simply a little stronger than the Tiger Emperor. At this moment, the Tiger Emperor said in a cold tone, "Fellow Taoist of the Sea Clan, are you really going to protect him? Offending Ben Wang for a guy who isn't even a great demon king." Hearing this, Wang Mang was shocked and hurriedly said fiercely, "What the F***ck do you know? I've been through life and death with Big Brother Sea Dragon King. Our relationship is really strong." After hearing Wang Mang's words, the Tiger Emperor snorted coldly and ignored Wang Mang. On the contrary, he looked straight at the Sea Dragon King and waited for his reply. This also made Wang Mang a little flustered and secretly vigilant. If the Sea Dragon King sold him out, there was nothing he could do. Therefore, he was ready to continue running at any time. If it really didn't work, he could only lure this guy to the Lord of Sacrifice. The Lord of Sacrifice was definitely the most terrifying guy Wang Mang had ever seen. Moreover, this guy was not friendly to Wang Mang. If he really lured the Tiger Emperor over, the Lord of Sacrifice might directly kill him. Fortunately, in the next moment, the Sea Dragon King's words immediately moved Wang Mang. The Sea Dragon King's voice was filled with mockery and disdain. "I am a member of one of the 5 old clans of the ocean. Why would I be afraid of a big cat like you? Even if all the demon emperors on your land came, so what? The ocean is our territory. You get lost." Facing the Sea Dragon King's contempt, the Tiger Emperor remained silent. After pondering for a while, he looked at Wang Mang coldly and sneered, "Snake and rat, if you have the ability, stay in the ocean forever. Otherwise, humph." After saying that, the Tiger Emperor left unwillingly. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang heaved a sigh of relief. Then, he was about to thank the Sea Dragon King. At this moment, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced ding. "Congratulations, host. Mission successfully completed." Ding. "Congratulations, host. Obtained 15 million evolution points." Ding. "The accumulation of evolution conditions have been met. Would you like to evolve?" Chapter 211. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang almost couldn't hold back his tears. These 15 million evolution points were not easy to earn. He was almost killed by this Tiger Emperor. Fortunately, he ran to the sea in the end and asked for help from the Sea Dragon King. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's heart ached. F***ck, he had been chased for a month. Fortunately, he had finally completed the mission. Of course, Wang Mang couldn't evolve now. Therefore, he silently said in his heart, "No." Then, Wang Mang looked at the Sea Dragon King gratefully and said sincerely, "Thank you for your help, Brother Sea Dragon. If it weren't for your help, I would be in such a sorry state." Hearing this, the Sea Dragon King nodded slowly and smiled. "Our Sea Dragon clan has an extremely good relationship with the King Cuttlefish clan. Since you are the King Cuttlefish's brother, you are naturally a friend of our Sea Dragon clan." Wang Mang was extremely moved. He thanked the Sea Dragon King for a long time before asking, "Brother Sea Dragon King, why are you still the Sea Dragon King when you are so strong? According to my estimation, I should call you the Sea Dragon Emperor." Hearing Wang Mang's flattery, the Sea Dragon King shook his head slightly and smiled. The sea is different from land. To be called an emperor in the sea, one must be recognized by the majority of the sea clans. There are not many who can be called an emperor in the sea. Unlike on land, you can be called an emperor with 6,000 years of cultivation. After hearing the Sea Dragon King's words, Wang Mang came to a realization. No wonder the Sea Dragon King's cultivation had reached 7,000 years. He was still the Sea Dragon King. It turned out that he couldn't be called an emperor. However, Wang Mang also understood the secrets of the sea. Obviously, it was not enough to be called an emperor in the sea. One had to be recognized by most of the experts in the sea. Just this point alone made it much more difficult than traveling on land. After all, according to the Sea Dragon King's cultivation, 7,000 years of cultivation was probably still not enough. He probably had to have an even higher cultivation. Just think about it and you'll know how terrifying it is. After that, Wang Mang thanked the Sea Dragon King again before taking his leave. After all, constantly bothering others was actually very tiring. The demon race was the same as humans. There was no such thing as benefit. Strength was everything. The more he used, the fewer favors he would get. Helplessly. How could Wang Mang take out something that would catch the other party's eye? The other party was a demon emperor, and his cultivation was even older than the tiger emperor's. His strength was simply boundless. He would probably only be interested in demon emperor level natural treasures. But Wang Mang didn't have such a thing. It wasn't easy to get one, and it ended up in his stomach. Furthermore, there really was such a treasure. He couldn't bear to take it out. Besides, didn't you hear the Sea Dragon King's name? We are just each other's friends. We used to be brothers. After helping him once for nothing, they had become friends. Therefore, Wang Mang knew that he still had to rely on himself. With this thought in mind, Wang Mang quickly left the Sea Dragon King's territory. After that, Wang Mang found a deserted island on the ocean. After arriving at the deserted island, Wang Mang found a cave. After entering the cave, he was ready to evolve. Because ever since he was chased by the Tiger Emperor, Wang Mang's desire to become stronger was especially strong. Of course, before evolving, he still had to sort out his gains from the past few days. Therefore, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." In the next moment, personal information appeared before his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, Black Flame Bull Python. Status, Peak. Cultivation, 4,900 years. Body shape, 108 meters long, 3 meters wide, 180,000 kilograms. Combat strength, 180,000 kilograms of bite force, 98 kilometers per hour. Skills: Death Coil, Corrosive Poison, Skin Camouflage, Steel Body, Super Self-Healing, Water Breathing, Bloodthirsty Rage, 10,000 Beast Deterrence, Wishful Shrinking. Supernatural Powers: King's Slavery, Soul Controlling Seal, Black Flames of Death, Broken Body Rebirth, Mysterious Water Heavy Domain, Earth Drilling, Wings on Back. Special: Storage Space, Information Detection, Ginseng King X1, 10% discount Evolution Card X1, 20% discount Evolution Card X1, Free Magical Ability Upgrade Chance X1, Advanced Blind Box X1, Designated Lottery Chance X2, Random Lottery Chance X2, Iron Palm. Shopping Mall, activated. Luck Value, 66, above average. Evolution Value, 67 million/40 million. Current ranking, 8th place on the billboard. After reading his personal information, Wang Mang secretly nodded in satisfaction. Fortunately, the harvest this time was very good. Otherwise, Wang Mang would cry to death. F***CK. This F** King Tiger Emperor. It chased him for a month. It made him even more nervous now. Originally, he had 5 months to prepare and break through to the Demon Emperor. But in the end, this dog caused him to waste a month just by running away. If he didn't take revenge, he wouldn't be a gentleman. F***CK. Tiger Emperor, just you wait. Wait until I'm strong enough to kill you. Wang Mang secretly clenched his teeth and said in his heart. After all, the Tiger Emperor was the first person to chase him for a month. It simply chased him until he had nowhere to go. In the end, he escaped to the sea. Moreover, he had to rush back to the land now, which would delay him for a few days. In this way, the Tiger Emperor's chase had caused him to suffer heavy losses. Thinking until here, Wang Mang calmed down for a long time before he calmed down the anger in his heart. Then, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, start evolving." The next moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Successfully deducted 40 million evolution value. Evolving, then, Wang Mang once again lost consciousness during the evolution. 2 hours later, Wang Mang, who woke up from the evolution, began to observe the changes in his body. It was worth mentioning that his evolution this time still didn't increase his width. Moreover, the previous sharp horns on his head didn't change much. Although it was longer than before, the change was very small. However, the length of his body still increased. In addition, Wang Mang guessed that his weight was still increasing. Of course, the specific changes in his body still needed to look at his personal information to be accurate. Thinking until here, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." Then, personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, Black Flame Bull Python. State, Peak. Cultivation, 5,000 years. Level, Great Demon King. Body shape, 112 meters long, 3 meters wide, 190,000 kilograms weight. Combat strength, 190,000 kilograms. Bite force, 99 kilometers per hour. Skills: Death Coil, Corrosive Poison, Skin Camouflage, Steel Body, Super Self-Healing, Water Breathing, Bloodthirsty Rage, 10,000 Beast Deterrence, Wishful Shrinking. Divine Ability: King's Slavery, Soul Controlling Seal, Black Flame of Death, Broken Body Rebirth, Mysterious Water Heavy Domain, Earth Drilling, Wings on Back. Special: Storage Space, Information Detection, Ginseng King X1, 10% discount Evolution Card X1, 20% discount Evolution Card X1, Free Chance to Upgrade Divine Ability X1, Advanced Blind Box X1, Designated Lottery Chance X2, Random Lottery Chance X2, Iron Palm. Shopping Center, activated. Luck, 66, above average. Evolution value, 27 million/80 million. Current ranking, 6th on the WinCloud list. Chapter 212. After reading his personal information, Wang Mang secretly nodded with satisfaction. This time, his strength, except for the width of his body, was still increasing in all aspects. Now, his body length had reached 112 meters. In addition, his body weight had reached 190 tons. Moreover, his cultivation had finally reached 5,000 years. With 5,000 years of cultivation, he could be called a great demon king. Right now, Wang Mang was also a great archfiend in name. Also, his strength ranking had also increased by 2 places. His current strength ranking, from the original 8th place on the billboard. Now, he had reached the 6th place. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood became much better. Suddenly, Wang Mang seemed to have thought of something. His heart became heavy again. Now there were only 4 months left. If he wanted to become a demon emperor, he would have to evolve at least 10 more times. If this continued in the last 4 months, he would have to evolve 10 more times. Thinking of this, Wang Mang decided to open more prizes. Moreover, Wang Mang suspected that he had accumulated too many things. Now, the mission did not give him a blind box or a lucky draw. Did the system not want him to save a blind box or a lucky draw opportunity? Thinking of this, Wang Mang felt that it was more and more possible. After pondering for a moment, the king decided to open a high-level blind box. Then, he said in his heart, "System, open a high-level blind box." The next moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully opened a high-level blind box. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained a skill fusion opportunity X1. Skill fusion opportunity. After use, you need to fuse 3 skills. There is a probability of obtaining a stronger skill. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Meng was a little surprised. He did not expect to obtain a skill fusion, but this thing was quite good, because, as Wang Meng's strength increased, some of his skills could not be used. In that case, he might as well try fusing them. Of course, now was not the time to fuse skills. After opening the high-level blind box, Wang Meng would consider fusing skills. At this moment, the system's voice sounded for the second time. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 2 million evolution points. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Meng's heart was calm. If it was before, he would have been very happy to obtain 2 million evolution points. However, Wang Meng needed 80 million evolution points to level up. Thus, a few million evolution points was nothing for Wang Meng to be happy about. At this moment, the system's voice sounded for the third time. Frowny face. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 3 million evolution points. That's right. That's right. Wang Meng secretly nodded and looked forward to the fourth prize. 1 minute later, the system's voice sounded for the fourth time. Frowny face. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 5 million evolution points. Very good. Currently, he had accumulated 10 million evolution points from the advanced blind box. If that was the case, the advanced blind box could be considered a profit. The previous advanced blind box was also good, but it did not give such a high evolution value. At this moment, the system's voice sounded for the fifth time. Frowny face. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 3 million evolution points. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Meng finally nodded in satisfaction. This was a high-level blind box. It gave him a total of 13 million evolution points. This was completely out of Wang Meng's expectations. It was much more than what Wang Meng had imagined. He originally had 27 million evolution points left, adding on the 13 million evolution points he had just obtained. Then, he was only left with 40 million evolution points to evolve again. Thinking about this, Wang Meng became even more happy and decided to open something else. At this point, Wang Meng silently said in his mind, "System, open another high-grade blind box for me." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded. Ding! The host does not have any advanced blind boxes. Unable to open them. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Meng suddenly remembered. He seemed to only have one advanced blind box. Moreover, he had just opened it. Thinking about this, Wang Meng's gaze fell on the remaining lottery chances. Now, he had 2 designated lottery chances, as well as 2 random lottery chances. Other than that, there was nothing else. After thinking about it, Wang Meng decided to use the skill fusion chance first. This was because Wang Meng had a lot of skills. The key was that some of the skills were no longer practical. His 9 skills were Death Coil, Corrosive Poison, Skin Camouflage, Steel Body, Super Healing, Water Breathing, Bloodthirsty Rage, 10,000 Beast Deterrence, and Wishful Shrinking. Among these 9 skills, Death Coil could not be considered a skill. Instead, it should be said that pythons had innate skills. Other than that, Skin Camouflage was also not practical. After all, did he still need to camouflage? Camouflage was useless against a spirit demon emperor. He was no longer an animal. To put it bluntly, Wang Meng was now a spirit demon. He did not need to hunt ordinary animals anymore. It could be said that these 2 skills were already outdated. Thinking about this, Wang Meng had an idea. These two skills would be used as materials for skill fusion. But the problem was that skill fusion required 3 skills. Thus, Wang Mang was a bit conflicted. After thinking for a long time, only then did Wang Mang make his decision. He was going to use the 10,000 beast deterrence as the third skill for skill fusion. When he thought of this, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, chance to use skill fusion." The 3 skill fusion are Death Coil, Skin Camouflage, and 10,000 beast deterrence. The next moment, the system's voice sounded, "Ding! The host has successfully used skill fusion." Ding! The 3 skills are in the process of skill fusion. 1 minute later, under Wang Mang's expectation, the system's voice sounded again, "Ding! Congratulations to the host. Skill fusion failed." Ding! Congratulations to the host. Death Coil has been scrapped, successfully removed. Ding! Congratulations to the host. Skin Camouflage has been scrapped, successfully removed. Ding! Congratulations to the host. 10,000 beast deterrence has been successfully retained. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang almost couldn't hold back his tears. Damn it! The first skill fusion failed? 3 skill fusion failed and 2 skills were scrapped? Fortunately, 10,000 beast deterrence was retained. The scrapped skills were 2 skills that were basically useless. Otherwise, Wang Mang would really cry to death. At the same time, Wang Mang couldn't help but wonder, "System, didn't you say that there's a probability of skill fusion to create a stronger skill?" The system's voice sounded, "Yes, but it's only a probability. It's not an absolute success. It's not an absolute success. After skill fusion fails, all skills may be scrapped. It's also possible to retain all skills or 1 or 2 skills." After listening to the system's explanation, Wang Mang was suddenly speechless. He felt that this was a bit like skill fusion in his previous life. Thinking of this, Wang Mang felt very helpless. Fortunately, he still retained 10,000 beast deterrent. Forget it. Let's get down to business. Thinking of this, Wang Mang made up his mind and said in his heart, "System, use the random lottery chance." The next moment, the system's voice sounded again, "Ding! Congratulations to the host. Successfully used the random lottery chance." Then, in Wang Mang's mind, a lucky compass appeared. But when he saw the 9 prizes, Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh. The 9 prizes were as follows: Frowny Face Divine Ability, Endless Changes, 9,000 years old, Immortal Ginseng, Divine Ability, Immortal God Domain, 50 million Evolution Points, 10,000 years old, Dragon Ball, the Divine Ability, Thunder Curse, 20 million Evolution Points, 10 million Evolution Points, Blessing of the Goddess of Luck. Note: all 9 prizes won. Chapter 213. Could be said that these 9 prizes, they were all good things. In fact, the quality was not worse than the previous prizes. Of course, the prize that Wang Mang was most concerned about was what he wanted. Naturally, it was the last one. Last time, there was a righteous light. If he could be given a goddess's gift this time, it would be very good. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was somewhat looking forward to it. Because, Wang Mang, who had tasted the sweetness of it once, of course, he hoped that he would be given the best one again. If it really didn't work, a magical ability, Thunder Spell, would also do. Just by hearing the name, one could tell that this thing should be quite awesome. If it still didn't work, an Immortal Ginseng would also do. After all, he had eaten something that immortals ate before. Moreover, this was an Immortal Ginseng. Wang Mang felt that no matter how trashy it was not something that a demon emperor-level treasure of heaven and earth could compare to. Under Wang Mang's nervous anticipation, the lucky compass began to spin. A minute later, the spinning speed of the fortune compass slowed down. Wang Mang's heart also became nervous. Then, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 20 million evolution points. After listening to the system's voice, there was no need to mention how depressed Wang Mang was. Damn it, what a target! 9 prizes, but it just had to give him trash. Oh, that's not right. It wasn't the trashiest. It should be the second trashiest. Thinking of this, Wang Mang simply had the urge to curse out loud. Could it be that his luck was bad today? Wang Mang was a little unconvinced. Damn it, he had just evolved today. And he had even escaped the pursuit of the Tiger Emperor. Logically speaking, it should be, one who survives a great disaster is bound to have good fortune later. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's heart hardened and he once again silently said in his heart, System, give me a designated lottery chance. The designated lottery chance favors evolution points. The next moment, the system's voice sounded again frowny-faced. Ding. Congratulations, host. Successfully used the designated lottery chance. Subsequently, the fortune compass appeared in Wang Mang's mind. When he saw the prize on the lucky compass, Wang Mang couldn't help but rejoice again. The 9 prizes were as follows: frowny face 9 billion evolution points, 8 billion evolution points, 7 billion evolution points, a 6 billion evolution points, 500 million evolution points, 200 million evolution points, 100 million evolution points, 50 million evolution points, 30 million evolution points. After looking at the 9 prizes, Wang Mang couldn't help but feel happy, because even if he randomly picked one, he could still say that he had profited. After all, this was at least 30 million evolution points. If his luck was good, it would give him a few 100 million evolution points. In other words, a few billion evolution points is not impossible. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood and began to look forward to it. Then, the fortune compass began to spin rapidly. 1 minute later. Only then did the spinning speed of the lucky compass slow down. Then, the system's voice sounded again. Ding. Congratulations, host. You have gained 50 million evolution points. Ding. Accumulation to meet evolution requirements. Do you wish to begin evolution? After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang secretly sighed in relief. At the same time, he felt a bit regretful. He knew that he wouldn't be able to gain a few billion evolution points. If he were to obtain a few billion evolution points, he would be able to do so. He probably wouldn't even need to work hard. He could directly fly on the spot, even to the point that he was close to the Demon Emperor level. Thus, he obtained 50 million evolution points. This was something that Wang Mang had expected. Forget it. Evolve again. After evolving, he would return to the land. Thinking of this, Wang Mang once again said in his heart, System, begin evolution. In the next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded frowny-faced. Ding. 80 million evolution points have been successfully deducted. Beginning evolution. Then, Wang Mang once again lost consciousness during evolution. The reason why he wanted to evolve again was mainly because he had already decided, after returning to the land, he would visit more demon emperors' nests to steal treasures. Thus, since he was going to do such a dangerous thing, the stronger he was, the better it would be. Wang Mang didn't want to steal treasures again and be chased by a demon emperor for a month. 2 hours later. Only then did Wang Mang wake up from his evolution. He still observed the changes in his body. Then, Wang Mang was surprised to find that his body's width still didn't change. His body size had increased, but he didn't know the size of the changes. He still needed to look at the data to be accurate. Thinking of this, Wang Mang said in his heart, System, open my personal information. In the next moment, his personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, Black Flame Bull Python. Status, Peak. Cultivation, 5,100 years. Rank, Great Demon King. Body, 116 meters long, 3 meters wide, 200,000 kilograms weight. Combat strength, 200,000 kilograms. Bite force, 100 kilometers per hour. Skills: Death Coil, Corrosive Poison, Skin Camouflage, Steel Body, Super Self-Healing, Water Breathing, Bloodthirsty Rage, 10,000 Beast Deterrence, Wishful Shrink. Divine Ability: King's Slavery, Soul Controlling Seal, Black Flame of Death, Broken Body Rebirth, Mysterious Water Domain, Earth Drilling, Wings on Back. Special: Storage Space, Information Detection, Ginseng King X1, 10% discount Evolution Card X1, 20% discount Evolution Card X1, Free Chance to Upgrade Divine Ability X1, Advanced Blind Box X1, Designated Lottery Chance X1, Random Lottery Chance X1, Iron Palm. Shopping Center, activated. Luck, 66, above average. Evolution Points, 10 million/150 million. Current ranking, 5th on the Wind Cloud list. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction. Not only had his body size reached 116 meters, his body weight had also reached 200 tons. His bite force had also reached 200 tons. His speed had also broken through 100 kilometers per hour. His cultivation had already reached 5,100 years. Even his strength ranking had increased by 1. This kind of strength. Wang Mang also had the confidence to continue stealing things. Oh, that's not right. It should be said that he should go to the Demon Emperor's cave and make a trip. At this time, the system's voice sounded again. Ding. Detected the host's current situation. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission 1. Visit at least 2 Demon Emperor's cave. Mission time can be obtained upon completion. Mission reward, 30 million evolution points. Mission 2. Visit at least 4 Demon Emperor's cave. Mission time can be obtained upon completion. Mission reward, 50 million evolution points. Mission 3. Visit at least 6 Demon Emperor's cave. Mission time can be obtained upon completion. Mission reward, 100 million evolution points. Top grade blind box X1. Chapter 214. After listening to the system's mission, Wang Mang was stunned. He didn't expect the system to specially issue a mission. Was it afraid that he wouldn't be firm in his decision? Thinking of this, Wang Mang was speechless. Because Wang Mang had set his eyes on the Demon Emperor's cave to increase his strength. Therefore, Wang Mang was naturally not the kind of person who would give up so easily. Of course, the mission issued by the system also made Wang Mang even more determined to fight for his goal. After pondering for a moment, Wang Mang had already made his decision. Caring about 1 or 2 Demon Emperor's cave was not his character. Since he had decided to visit the Demon Emperor's cave, then Wang Mang naturally had to treat them equally. After all, it wasn't good to treat them differently. Wasn't this looking down on the Demon Emperor? After thinking of this, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, I choose Mission 3. The next moment, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced. Ding. The host has successfully chosen the mission. Please complete the mission as soon as possible to obtain the reward." After listening to the system's voice, only then did Wang Mang move his huge body and get out of the cave. When he saw the sky, the sun and the moon were still in the sky. Wang Mang turned into a size of 5 to 6 meters. Then, he grew wings and soared into the sky. Obviously, compared to traveling in the sea, Wang Mang preferred to fly. Because, among Wang Mang's speed, it could be said that flying was the fastest. This was also the reason why Wang Mang chose to fly. If he were to fly in the sky, he estimated that he would be able to return to the land in a few days at most. In fact, that was the case. 3 days later, above a mountain forest, Wang Mang flew past the sky at an extremely fast speed. However, even after returning to the land, Wang Mang still did not stop flying, because he was searching for the Demon Emperor with territory. However, what made Wang Mang helpless was that, in the afternoon, he didn't know where he was. He still couldn't find any traces of the Demon Emperor. Wang Mang had no choice but to stop flying. After that, Wang Mang searched for traces of the Demon King in the forest. This was because Wang Mang couldn't find any Demon Emperors in the Red Empire. Therefore, Wang Mang could only target the Demon King. From Wang Mang's point of view, these demon monarchs definitely knew a lot of information. Not long after, Wang Mang was in a desolate and uninhabited primitive forest. He sensed a terrifying aura. This terrifying aura was definitely at the Demon King level. After all, Wang Mang himself was a great demon monarch. Therefore, when Wang Mang sensed the aura of the Demon King, he was shocked. Wang Mang followed the aura and flew towards the Demon King's aura. When Wang Mang arrived at the summit of a mountain, he descended from the sky and unleashed his monstrous aura without any restraint. Then, an angry roar came from the top of the mountain. "Who is it? How dare you behave so atrociously in my territory?" As soon as he finished speaking, Wang Mang saw a 3-meter-tall gorilla rushing towards Wang Mang from the top of the mountain. But when this muscular black gorilla saw Wang Mang, he immediately stopped in his tracks. This was because he had already sensed Wang Mang's terrifying aura. Not only that, Wang Mang's terrifying aura wasn't that of an ordinary Demon King. If it was the aura of an ordinary Demon King, it definitely wouldn't have given him such a terrifying sense of oppression. This was definitely a great Demon King. When he thought of this, he immediately withdrew his arrogant attitude. At the same time, he carefully came in front of Wang Mang and smiled at Wang Mang. "What orders do you have for me, Your Majesty? As long as it's within my power, I will definitely not refuse." Hearing this, Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction. This kid's awareness was quite high. Thinking of this, Wang Mang asked with satisfaction, "Are there any demon emperors in the nearby provinces?" Hearing this, the Gorilla Demon King thought for a while and shook his head. "Your Majesty, there are no demon emperors in this province. If Your Majesty wants to find one, you can look in other provinces. There are 2 demon emperors in the Daxing Anling of Jianglongyi province." Wang Mang shook his head indifferently and said, "That's too far. Think carefully. Where else can there be demon emperors?" Faced with Wang Mang's question, the Gorilla Demon King thought for a while and carefully said, "Your Majesty, other than that, there's the Tiger Emperor of the neighboring province, and the Willow Emperor, the Tree Emperor, and the Stone Emperor of Zhang province, or the Dog Emperor of Shiguang province." Hearing this, Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction and said, "All right. That's all for you." Hearing this, the Gorilla Demon King left respectfully. As for Wang Mang, he began to think. Which demon emperor should he visit first? There were 3 emperors in Shiguang province. They were the Willow Emperor, the Tree Emperor, and the Stone Emperor. There was the Tiger Emperor in the 4 provinces of Shiguang province. There was the Dog Emperor in Shiguang province. There was also the Flower Emperor there. Wang Mang did not know. Other than that, there were 2 emperors in the Yellow River and 1 emperor in the Yangtze River. After thinking for a while, Wang Mang still decided to visit the Dog Emperor's lair first, because the Dog Emperor's lair was in the province closest to Wang Mang. Well, the Tiger Emperor was actually closer to Wang Mang. However, Wang Mang had just stolen his treasures, so there was no need to go. As for why Wang Mang chose the Dog Emperor, it was mainly because the Dog Emperor was not easy to steal. He was familiar with the Dog Emperor, and he was the Dog Emperor's guardian in name. Another reason was that this Dog Emperor was not a good person. He reckoned that it would never think that he would steal its things. There was one more important reason, and that was, this Dog Emperor obviously liked to steal other demon emperors' things. Wang Mang guessed that this guy might have the most resources. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but become excited. Then, Wang Mang immediately set off. He began to rush towards Shiguang province without stopping. 2 days later, Wang Mang successfully entered the forest of Shiguang province. Not only that, Wang Mang also rushed towards a forest mountain range with ease. Because Wang Mang remembered that he had evolved in a cave in a mountain range. He had met the Dog Emperor's lackey and was even complained to by this lackey. Therefore, Wang Mang planned to find this wild boar demon. Not long after, Wang Mang found the cave where the wild boar demon once resided. After arriving outside the cave, Wang Mang immediately shouted, "Wild boar demon, come out!" In the next moment, the wild boar demon's angry roar was heard. "That reckless thing, how dare you provoke Grandpa Pig!" Then, Wang Mang saw the wild boar demon rushing out of the cave in anger. The wild boar demon also saw Wang Mang and was even more astonished. "Why is it you?" Obviously, this wild boar demon did not forget Wang Mang. Because his cave abode had once been occupied by Wang Mang. If it wasn't for the fact that he had a backer, he would have fled long ago. At this time, the wild boar demon seemed to have thought of something. It immediately raised its pig head arrogantly and said in a mocking tone, "What? Did you feel that the world was in chaos and came to seek refuge with my Dog Emperor? Back then, my Dog Emperor thought highly of you, so he gave you the position of Great Protector. Now, our Dog Emperor already has a new Great Protector. The Dog Emperor's subordinates are full of talents, so he doesn't lack a little python demon like you. So, you'd better scram." Chapter 2:15. After listening to the wild boar demon's words, Wang Mang was shocked. He didn't expect that the Dog Emperor had also noticed that the world was about to change. But after thinking about it, Wang Mang felt relieved. After all, the Dog Emperor was a demon emperor. They must have noticed the changes in the spiritual energy of the world before him. In that case, it was reasonable for them to predict the changes in the future based on the changes in the spiritual energy of the world, as well as the current phenomenon of the sun and the moon in the sky. After figuring out the problem, Wang Mang was no longer confused. But what made Wang Mang angry and amused was, he didn't expect that the position of Great Guardian that he didn't care about. Now there was a new role to replace it? This was obviously abandoning him. After thinking about it, Wang Mang wasn't angry but asked with a smile, "Can you take me to see the Dog Emperor?" After hearing Wang Mang's words, the wild boar demon proudly raised its pig head and said arrogantly, "Is the Dog Emperor someone you can see just because you want to? Not to mention that the Dog Emperor isn't here. Even if he is, you're not qualified to see him." After hearing the wild boar demon's words, Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh in his heart. He still didn't care about the other party's mockery, and asked with a smile, "So, the Dog Emperor isn't here?" Hearing this, the wild boar demon said impatiently, "No. Get lost." Hearing this, Wang Mang laughed and directly lashed out with his tail. Accompanied by the wild boar demon's scream, its body flew out. Then, it fell to the ground dozens of meters away. The wild boar demon got up in horror and angrily rushed towards Wang Mang. But when it was less than 3 meters away from Wang Mang, the wild boar demon stopped and angrily roared at Wang Mang, "How dare you hit me? You're dead. I'm going to tell the Dog Emperor that I'll teach you a lesson." Wang Mang didn't care about the enraged wild boar great demon at all. "Since the Dog Emperor isn't here, he wouldn't know even if I beat you to death." The wild boar great demon, who was originally furious, was instantly stunned after hearing Wang Mang's words. That's right. The Dog Emperor wasn't here. Even the Dog Emperor wouldn't know if this python demon killed him. Thinking of this, the wild boar great demon shuddered and wished he could slap himself. He shouldn't have told Wang Mang anything about his Dog Emperor. Thinking of this, the wild boar monster nervously looked at Wang Mang. It no longer had any of its previous arrogance. He smiled and said to Wang Mang in a flattering tone, "Lord Python Demon, I deserve to be beaten, my mouth is cheap. You must be the Dog Emperor's #1 Great Guardian. The new Great Guardian is just a fart in your eyes." Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction and said with a sinister smile, "You don't have to flatter me. Bring me to the Dog Emperor's cave residence." After hearing Wang Mang's words, the wild boar Great Demon was shocked and hurriedly shook his head. "Lord Python Demon, you can't do that. If the Dog Emperor knows that I brought you to his cave residence, he'll skin me alive." Hearing this, Wang Mang smiled sinisterly. "Then I'll eat you now, so that you won't be skinned alive." This immediately scared the wild boar Great Demon. It trembled and braced itself to please. "No, no, no. I'll lead the way for Lord Python Demon." Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction and said indifferently, "Then lead the way. Don't play any tricks or don't blame me for eating you. Now that your Dog Emperor is not here, no one is a match for me." After hearing Wang Mang's threat, the wild boar Great Demon had no choice but to lead the way. Obviously, although he was loyal to the Dog Emperor, loyalty was not as important as his life, because compared to his life, his *T loyalty was not worth mentioning at all. Under the wild boar Great Demon's lead, Wang Mang came to a primitive forest. Then, after passing through the dense forest, they came to a huge cave in the mountain wall. When they reached here, the wild boar Great Demon stopped and said helplessly, "Lord Python Demon, this cave is the Dog Emperor's cave residence. There's a Great Demon King inside. Moreover, this Great Demon King is the Dog Emperor's trusted aide. I've never been able to enter the cave residence." Hearing this, Wang Mang suddenly understood and was about to speak. In the next moment, a roar suddenly came from the cave. Then, Wang Mang saw a lion with a soaring aura rush out of the cave. This lion's aura was very powerful. It looked the size of a normal lion, and its mane was mighty and majestic. However, Wang Mang could clearly feel that its Great Demon King aura was very strong. It was even stronger than his aura. This made Wang Mang secretly surprised. He did not expect that the Dog Emperor would find a Great Demon King as his trusted aide to help look after the cave residence. At the same time, this majestic lion with cold eyes was also sizing up Wang Mang. After a moment, the Great Lion King said coldly, "Wild boar, you actually dare to bring a stranger to the Dog Emperor's cave residence. Do you want to die?" Hearing this, the wild boar Great Demon felt so wronged that it was about to cry. It did not want to, but the problem was that it had no choice. Therefore, at this moment, the wild boar Great Demon chose to silently lower its head. At the same time, Wang Mang also quietly used information detection. This was mainly because of this Great Lion King. It was the first time Wang Mang encountered a Great Demon King. Moreover, its aura did not feel weak to him. The next moment, this Great Lion King's information appeared in front of him. Target: Great Golden Lion King Cultivation, 5,200 years level. Great Demon King Special Ability? Threat Level: Extremely Low Achievement, 12th on the ranking list. After reading this guy's information, Wang Mang could not help but laugh. This guy was too weak. Even before evolution, this guy might not be able to beat him. Thinking of this, Wang Mang moved without hesitation and turned into a huge body. Seeing this, the wild boar Great Demon immediately fled. Roar! On the other hand, the Great Golden Lion King roared. Then, the tower turned into a huge body more than 50 meters tall and more than 70 meters long. Unfortunately, compared to Wang Mang, there was still a big gap. Moreover, this Great Golden Lion King also knew that Wang Mang was not to be trifled with. However, it was the Dog Emperor's trusted aide. Even if it had to die, it had to guard the Dog Emperor's cave abode. Seeing this, Wang Mang sneered in his heart, and then his huge body rushed out. Facing Wang Mang, who was pouncing on its food, the great golden Lion King turned pale with fright and hurriedly jumped away. Seeing this, Wang Mang immediately spat out a mouthful of meteoric black flames, and the raging flames whistled over. Facing Wang Mang's flames, the great golden Lion King sneered, and spat out a golden stream of light. However, the next moment, he was shocked to find that Wang Mang's flames were still flying toward him after being pierced by his golden stream of light. In fact, when he could not dodge in time, he was even contaminated by Wang Mang's meteoric black flames. The next moment, the great golden Lion King was enveloped by the terrifying meteoric black flames. Ah, no. The Dog Emperor will not let you off. Accompanied by miserable cries, the great golden Lion King rolled on the ground in pain. However, it still could not extinguish Wang Mang's meteoric black flames. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang decided to follow up with another attack, and immediately rushed out. Then, Wang Mang sprayed corrosive poison at the great golden Lion King in the flames. For a moment, the miserable cries became even louder. Then, Wang Mang bit the struggling great golden Lion King and tore it apart crazily. It took less than half an hour. The great golden Lion King was easily killed by Wang Mang. Then, Wang Mang swallowed the meteoric black flames and the great golden Lion King into his stomach. At the same time, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced Ding. "Congratulations, host. Successfully devoured the great goblin king Lion King. Obtained 1,000,000 evolution points." Hearing this, Wang Mang was secretly disdainful. Damn it, only this much? Wang Mang, who was secretly shaking his head, shrunk his body and entered the Dog Emperor's cave. However, when Wang Mang arrived at the depths of the cave, the scene in front of him immediately stunned him. That was because there was more than one Demon Emperor-level heavenly treasure. In the depths of the cave, there were 5 heavenly treasures of different colors that were exceptionally eye-catching. More importantly, Wang Mang had eaten Demon Emperor-level heavenly treasures before. Therefore, he immediately determined, these 5 plants of different colors, they were all Demon Emperor-level heavenly treasures. Chapter 216. To be honest, Wang Mang would never have dreamed of this. There were so many treasures in this Dog Emperor's cave. He thought that this Dog Emperor's cave should be more abundant than other Demon Emperors. But Wang Mang never thought that this guy would be so rich. Damn it. There were a total of 5 Demon Emperor-level treasures. Not only that, Wang Mang also found out, in this cave there were more than 10 Demon King-level treasures. Moreover, the Demon King-level treasures here were not ordinary 3,000-year-old treasures. On the contrary, compared to the 3,000-year-old treasures that Wang Mang had eaten, they seemed to be more profound. Seeing this, Wang Mang couldn't help but dance with joy. He never thought that this Dog Emperor was indeed the richest. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was overjoyed. Then, Wang Mang couldn't wait to step forward. He seriously sized up the 5 Demon Emperor-level treasures of different colors. Among them, one looked like ginseng, one looked like Chinese knotweed, and one looked like a baby. The other 2 looked very demonic, but Wang Mang didn't know what kind of treasures they were. However, this wasn't important. Wang Mang would eat all of them. Even for the current Wang Mang would pack up and take away the worthless king-level treasures. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't wait to bite down on one and swallow the treasures into his stomach. Then, Wang Mang felt an indescribable change in his body. The last time he ate the Demon Emperor-level treasures, his entire body trembled. This time, after eating one, Wang Mang, on the other hand, felt warm and comfortable all over. At this moment, the system's voice sounded again, frowny-faced Ding. "Congratulations to the host. Successfully devoured the 6,100-year-old Demon Emperor-level soul-nurturing grass. Ding. Congratulations to the host. Obtained 35,000,000 evolution points." After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang couldn't help but be excited. He didn't expect to obtain 35 million evolution points just by devouring one Demon Emperor level treasure. If he devoured these 5 Demon Emperor level treasures, wouldn't he be able to evolve on the spot? Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but be excited. At this time, these Demon Emperor level treasures and Demon King level treasures were all terrified. However, they all became terrified, begging Wang Mang, "Great King, please spare our lives. King, let us go. King, I'm willing to follow you." Some of the heavenly materials and earthly treasures that were begging for mercy were of the Demon Emperor realm and the King realm. Obviously, they all possessed considerable intelligence, so it was natural for them to beg for mercy in the face of death. After all, it wasn't easy for them to be where they were today. It could be said that they'd experienced countless years of twists and turns. Especially these few Demon Emperor level treasures. They frantically crashed into the golden screen of light that isolated them from the outside world. However, their efforts were completely useless. Wang Mang was also surprised. He guessed that this must be a special method left behind by the Dog Emperor to prevent these treasures from escaping. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but want to laugh. The Dog Emperor probably wouldn't have thought that while he was working hard to steal other Demon Emperor treasures, Wang Mang would come to raid his house. This feeling was like a leak excitedly buying stocks, only to find out that his house had been raided. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but feel proud. He didn't say anything. "Thank you for the Dog Emperor's kindness." Thinking of this, Wang Mang didn't say anything else. He buried his head and swallowed all the Demon Emperor level treasures into his stomach. Then, Wang Mang felt that his entire body was about to explode. It was as if there was a small lake in his body. Suddenly, it was blasted by the surging seawater. It could be said that after eating the other 4 Demon Emperor level treasures in one bite, Wang Mang felt an indescribable discomfort in his body. It was as if there were 4 huge essences attacking his body. Fortunately, this uncomfortable feeling didn't last for long. Then, the system's familiar voice sounded again. "Ding! Congratulations, host! Successfully devoured 6,200 years old Demon Emperor level treasure, ginseng. Ding! Congratulations, host! Obtained 40 million evolution points. Ding! Congratulations, host! Successfully devoured 6,100 years old Demon Emperor level treasure, fleece flower. Ding! Congratulations, host! Obtained 35 million evolution points. Ding! Congratulations, host! Successfully devoured 6,000 years old Demon Emperor level treasure, spirit opening grass. Ding! Congratulations, host! Obtained 30 million evolution points. Ding! Congratulations, host! Successfully devoured 6,100 years old Demon Emperor level treasure, dragon blood grass. Ding! Congratulations, host! Obtained 35 million evolution points. Ding! The accumulation has met the evolution conditions. Do you want to start evolution? No. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was simply bursting with joy. Damn it! As expected, after he finished eating the 5 Demon Emperor level treasures, he evolved on the spot. This was within Wang Mang's expectations. He even guessed that there probably wasn't any Demon Emperor that was as rich as the Dog Emperor. Other than that, the remaining 10 or so King level treasures. Although Wang Mang knew that they wouldn't be of much use to him. However, he still uprooted all of them and put them into his storage space. In an instant, the cave that was originally filled with medicinal fragrance was swept clean by Wang Mang. After doing this, Wang Mang nodded his head in satisfaction. Then, Wang Mang left the cave and prepared to find a place to evolve. After all, he had just confiscated the Dog Emperor's cave. The other Demon Emperors were still waiting for him. After thinking about this, Wang Mang left the nearby mountain range. Thus, Wang Mang found a cave and entered it, preparing to evolve once again. After entering the cave, Wang Mang was in a good mood. Only then did he prepare to look at today's big harvest. Then, he muttered in his heart, "System, open my personal information." In the next moment, personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, Black Flame Bull Python. Status, Peak. Cultivation experience, 5,100 years. Level, Great Demon King. Body shape, 116 meters long, 3 meters wide, 200,000 kilograms weight. Combat strength, 200,000 kilograms. Bite force, 100 kilometers per hour. Skills: corrosive poison, steel body, super self-healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty fury, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrinking. Divine ability: King's slavery, soul controlling seal, black flames of death, broken body regeneration, mysterious water domain, earth drilling, wings on back. Special: storage space, information detection, 9 Demon King grade treasures, 6 Great Demon King grade treasures, 10% discount evolution card X1, 20% discount evolution card X1, free chance to upgrade divine powers X1, advanced blind box X1, designated lottery chance X1, random lottery chance X1, iron palm. Shopping center, open. Luck, 66, above average. Evolution points, 175 million/150 million. Current ranking, number 5. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang secretly nodded his head in satisfaction. This time's harvest was really rich. Whatever. Wang Mang then muttered in his heart, "System, begin evolving." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded frowny-face ding. 150 million evolution points have been successfully deducted. Beginning evolution. Chapter 217. At this moment, West Tibet Province, a vast expanse of flat land, a desolate desert. A very ugly and rustic-looking dog was leisurely walking on the road. If Wang Mang was here, he would definitely think, "Isn't this the dog emperor?" Yes. This dog was none other than him. It was the dog emperor. He looked like an ordinary dog. There was no difference in appearance. Now, he was heading to West Tibet Province, Mount Everest. As for what he was going to do? Of course, he was going to steal something. Speaking of stealing, the dog emperor was a little helpless and puzzled. He went to steal the tiger emperor's treasure last time. He successfully lured the tiger emperor away, but found that his subordinates did not return. He knew without guessing that his subordinates must have failed to steal something. Therefore, he could only change his target. After all, the Tiger Emperor was already on guard. The Tiger Emperor would definitely be on guard if he failed last time. Therefore, the Dog Emperor targeted the other monster emperors. Now that he had just arrived in West Tibet Province, he was naturally ready to resume his old business. At this moment, the happy Dog Emperor's eyelids suddenly twitched. He felt inexplicably uneasy. Damn it, what's going on? Could it be that Ben Wang is in danger in West Tibet Province this time? My eyelids keep twitching. Is this a warning to Ben Wang? Why does Ben Wang feel a tightness in his chest again? For a moment, the Dog Emperor was puzzled. He felt very uneasy for no reason earlier. However, he did not know where the source of the uneasiness was. After thinking for a while, the Dog Emperor shook his head. He did not think that the 3 monster emperors in West Tibet Province could threaten him. His speed was even faster than the Tiger Emperor's. His escape method was also the best among the monster emperors. Otherwise, how would he dare to target these monster emperors? Thinking of this, the Dog Emperor regained his confidence. He raised his head and continued to set off. On the other side, after the evolution ended, Wang Mang slowly woke up from the evolution. After waking up, Wang Mang immediately observed the changes in his body. After that, Wang Mang realized that his body size had increased, but his width did not seem to have changed. The two sharp horns on his head didn't seem to have grown much. Of course, the specific changes would only be clear after looking at the data. Therefore, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." The next moment, his personal information appeared before his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, Black Flame Bull Python. Status, Peak. Cultivation experience, 5,200 years. Grade, Great Demon King's Eyes, 120 meters long, 3 meters wide, 210,000 kilograms in weight. Combat strength, bite force of 210,000 kilograms, speed of 101 kilometers per hour. Skills: corrosive poison, steel body, super healing, underwater breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrinking. Divine ability: King's slavery, soul controlling seal, black flame of death, broken body rebirth, mysterious water heavy domain, earth drilling, wings on back. Special: storage space, information detection, 9 Demon King level treasures, 6 Great Demon King level treasures, 10% discount evolution card X1, 20% discount evolution card X1, free chance to upgrade divine ability X1, designated lottery chance X1, random lottery chance X1, iron palm. Shop activated. Luck 66, above average. Evolution value 25 million/300 million. Current ranking 5th on the WinCloud list. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang secretly nodded in satisfaction. His body length had already reached 120 meters. In terms of his body size, the speed of increase had never slowed down. His body weight had also reached 210 tons. Now, every time he evolved, it seemed that his body weight would increase by 10 tons. Compared to before, every evolution only increased by a few tons. It could be said that the current evolution level was very large. In addition, his cultivation experience had also increased by 100 years. Also, his speed had increased a little. Moreover, other than the body width, his evolution this time was still an overall improvement of his strength. Therefore, thinking about it, Wang Mang's mood naturally became better. At this time, as if he had thought of something, Wang Mang, who was originally in a good mood, became depressed. Why was his strength ranking still 5th on the WinCloud list? Could it be that the 4 fellows on top of his head were all very powerful? It should be so. After all, Wang Mang's current cultivation experience was only 5,200 years. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood was relieved. In addition, in his opinion, with the improvement of his strength, he was not far from entering the global powerhouse list. Now, he was only 5 ranks away from Monk Dujia. Damn it. Speaking of Monk Dujia, Wang Mang was very angry. And that Tiger Emperor. These 2 bastards had gone too far. After his strength improved, Wang Mang would definitely kill them. After thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood became much better. But then, there was another problem that made Wang Mang's head ache. Now, he needed 300 million evolution points for 1 evolution. F***ck, this is too much, isn't it? In this case, he would have to eat 10 Demon Emperor level heaven and earth treasures to be enough. Thinking of this, Wang Mang secretly had a headache. What should he do? Forget it. There was still one more random lottery. Let's draw first. Thinking of this, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, use the random lottery." The next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded frowny-faced ding. "Congratulations to the host. You have successfully used the random lottery." Then, in Wang Mang's mind, a lucky compass appeared again. When he saw the prize on the lucky draw, the depression in Wang Mang's heart dissipated a lot. Because, on this lucky compass, the 9 prizes were frowny face 10,000 years, dragon blood, 2 billion evolution points. A high-level world card. 900 million evolution points. Divine ability. Countless changes. 600 million evolution points. 300 million evolution points. 200 million evolution points. 100 million evolution points. After looking at the 9 prizes, Wang Mang was very satisfied. At the very least, it would be 100 million evolution points. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood was very happy. This way, he could work a lot less. Thinking of this, Wang Mang began to look forward to it. Because these 9 prizes were guaranteed to be over 100 million evolution points. If his luck was good, it was possible to get something even better. It seemed that his luck was not too bad. These prizes were getting more and more awesome. Wang Mang thought happily in his heart. At this time, the lucky compass began to spin quickly. 1 minute later. Only then did the spinning speed of the lucky compass slow down. At the same time, Wang Mang was also very nervous. He quietly waited for the result of the lottery. The next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded again. Frowny face ding. Congratulations to the host. Obtained. You're tuning in to the Phoenix Knights YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.